Are we started?
Yeah.
We're started.
No.
Okay, cool.
It's happening.
Supposed to do the.
We're good. Okay.
I did this.
I didn't post. It's fine.
You tried.
Forget post. That was brilliant. Welcome back to the second Catch of the Week in the third episode of Catch of the Week, a series of one-shots shot
Catch of the day.
Occasionally on a by sometimes basis. Catch of the day, catch of the.
Can you imagine getting the 6-day-old Catch of the Week?
Yeah.
Ew, gross.
This one's for last month, but I think they fermented it. It's Swedish. It's
Lutefisk.
It's
Lutefisk.
yeah.
Anyway, we last time got aboard on a nice little docked ship in the middle of Jezero, a fantabulous city full of all kinds of things and stuffs, and murders in this case, because we encountered 2 of them. Our interesting cast of people here composed of reporters, clerics, deal makers, and just generally thieves. Got into a little bit of a scramble involving a dead contact while starting a deal with between a few different guilds, establishing their place in the city and making sure that they can continue to travel around the place unabated. In the process, they encountered plenty of witnesses who told them about the situation on this little boat, involving a couple suspicious characters entering and leaving, and the guard was involved as well as kind of looped in on everything, and they came in. All of them absolutely floundered and flabbergasted and other F words by what is going on here. If you guys want to start telling about the individual witnesses, I think that would be a good place to start and what they saw.
We can definitely do that. Alex, I'll just do someone and then do the next one and chime in if I miss something. So there was a orc beggar who Nemia saw on the way
Half orc.
Half orc. Saw on the way into the party on the street. And they were seen by the rabbit, I think is what my notes say.
Yeah, the
bump
Rabbit costume.
The annoying rabbit chick.
Yes.
One of these.
Daisy Mycroft.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's very rich. She's very well known about town.
Yes, exactly.
Gatsby? What Gatsby?
Yeah, exactly. The orc, half orc beggar. I can't remember his name.
Grun.
Gordon?
Grun, but I don't remember
Oh, Gordon.
anything
Okay. Bumped into Rabbit and left quickly off the boat. The first victim they saw an hour ago, or the victim that we were investigating and then started, the woman with the red clasp and the red cloak. They saw that person an hour ago, and they also saw that same person 2 days ago come the same way in as Nemia. To meet some men on the boat, yes?
Correct.
And I don't know if you mentioned that the boat is owned by Adrian Cornett.
This boat, yeah. Adrian Cornett, who is the leader of one of the guilds here, a fancy glassworking guild.
Yes, that's correct.
Who has an eyepiece?
Yes, he's a very fancy eyepiece. Did I miss anything from our friend Grun?
No, Grun pretty much saw that.
All right, cool. Alex, somebody we talked to?
Sure. We talked to the quickling elf woman.
Silva.
She said...
Silva.
She said that she saw some servants let past this creepy-looking thing on the boat. It had a centurion mask and a cape. And then that was just a little bit before the murder occurred, judging by the timeline. And then it left, it went into the water, and it just like... whoosh,
Yeah, it said
was gone.
Stepped off
Just
the bow and just sank. Yeah.
Yep.
Super spooky.
V-spook.
Creepy.
The woman in the goat mask saw the man in the bird mask, and he discarded a bottle that had a kind of milky substance, a residue.
Yeah,
and
alchemical
that
smell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that led to the closet that we...
I believe it was the same oil we found near the body.
Yes, we
Yes.
saw oil stain on the carpet.
There's also some
on the
like
first
dirt,
body.
and then the scorpion thing, and then
And
some
then
scratches.
this oil,
Yes.
this bottle was right in front of or near the closet that we opened, and the second dead body fell out.
Correct.
Okay.
Spooky.
Very.
I know you had a very close personal relationship with Mudzark, Nemia.
I did. Yes.
Madzark?
He sells me all of my notepads, my legal pads. I go through about 7 a day.
Yeah.
So he gives me the bulk deal. It's very nice.
As a reporter class, you go through.
It's true. It's my reagent. I cast a notepad every time I do a spell.
No, I can't be warm here.
I don't have any useful information from Mudzark. He just wanted us to know that he has a traveling shop and he has very good deals.
Pretty much, yeah. He wasn't actually that useful.
But he saw the crow-masked man talk to the owner of the ship.
Yep.
So, that's kind of it.
He seemed a little confused on all that.
Yes, he did. Well, they said crow masked, and then somebody else said bird mask, and then somebody different said hawk mask. So
There is an elf with an avian mask.
Yes.
That's
Doing
the
fucky
thing.
shit.
Yes, that's true.
A hawk crow, if you will.
Hawk crow.
A hoe,
Hawk.
one might say.
Oh.
The last person who we mentioned already was the woman with the rabbit mask, Daisy Mycroft. She's well known about town.
Snobby.
Very well to do and very
Her husband Tom is the worst.
Yeah, Tom is the worst. She told us the thing about the owner, Adrian Cornett, having this very fancy gold telescope eyepiece. And she said that the male elf was very rude. And
As elves tend to be.
Grun saw this interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we stopped right when the body fell out of the closet, so we have not gotten to.
Yes.
Yes.
So, right back into real time.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before
Well, also the guards have like been in on this entire thing and were like
Yeah.
trying to protect the area. And when they came in, they first of all didn't really trust any of you because they didn't know who you guys were. You guys didn't really have many details other than the location. They don't have many details on you. Everything's kept like separate from one another.
Yeah.
And basically, they upon finding out that this had happened, they wanted you guys to keep everything hush hush because there's the giant party going on. There's a bunch of officials around. There's kings above, and they also have a restriction on magic in the city.
We
you need
also
permits to get-
had I think that was you actually, Bobby's character. You're the cleric, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tried to do Speak with Dead on the first victim and couldn't do it because the soul's not available.
Okay.
That was actually a different cleric, I
Oh,
think,
that was a
right?
different cleric? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have speak with that on my sheet, but
Yeah, he has it, but there's like an official guard cleric that came in.
Yeah,
that
somebody
is-
did it, I know. He
Network
was
connectivity problems.
Yeah, that guy is still here, by the way.
Okay.
But yeah, either way. Lastly, you guys talked about the lock lurker.
watching.
Yeah, okay. I mentioned that the lady
Okay,
saw him
sorry, I was-
sneak by and then go in.
I was checking notes. No problem. Absolutely. So you guys start right here at the body that has just fallen out of the closet, and as it slumps down, as I said last time, you recognize it immediately, Adri, as a member of the Thieves Guild.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
different cell.
Yeah, you said different chapter, but they are in the Thieves Guild, and Adri's able to confirm that, right?
Dun dun dun.
There are guards nearby, but they're not here.
My
here
goodness.
with you.
This is a juicy story.
Is this closet where we found this out on the deck?
It's no, it's on the underside still, but not in this. It's not in the sub anymore. It's on the lowest deck.
Yeah, this underside that does not have any windows. Weird, huh?
We just want to make sure it's not seen by anybody. We don't want to incite panic. Can we...
This was premeditated.
Yeah, I want to call... Like, go back to that room that had the guards that got those witnesses for us.
Yeah.
And just be like, yo, we found something.
Yeah, they will like rush in, bringing the cleric if you want.
Don't disturb the body!
Wait,
Leave it.
what happened now?
Gather as much evidence as we can.
We
Who's
open
this
it.
one?
I don't know. We open this.
I'm making a very meticulous sketch. If anyone moves it, I'll know, because I have a sketch.
I'm gonna lean into Corin because I know Corin was supposed to be my contact originally, and be like, this one is another member of my guild, but from a different sect of the Thieves Guild. I'm not sure.
any idea what they'd be doing here?
I assume for the same deal that I was here, but that's
The
only
Thieves Guild doesn't often send backups for a job. That just increases chances of detection.
okay. Then no idea.
Yeah,
Interesting.
true.
Do you object to them trying to speak with dead? Will that give away
No.
guild secrets?
No, I think it might be necessary in this case. It's possible that they were
let's ask for
already.
it then.
Yeah, he can do it so that you can save your slot, because there's that cleric walking around, and he will come in and speak with dead. This time, after the normal rites go, the small amount of smoke burns, the guards send a bunch of people to set up a perimeter to make sure no more guests who might venture downward can find their way here, just in case.
Great, yeah, perfect.
This member does. Where am I?
That speak with dead, it worked?
Yeah.
Okay. Shit,
How
does speak with dead work again? Are there like
I
a
didn't
certain
think
number of
it was
questions?
gonna
We
work,
get
so I
5
didn't prepare the
questions?
questions, yep.
Is
We
it
get
5?
5 questions.
Okay, 5 questions.
And they don't have to be yes or no, but they can choose to just not answer, correct?
This guy is not necessarily allied to you. He's just a dude.
They can lie.
I think Adri should be the one
I was
asking
gonna say,
the
can we have
questions.
Adri ask the questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he can see you
up
all.
together,
He
though.
can't gain new information and process things, but he can understand the situation.
Yeah,
Currently.
can you give
Look at this.
me...
Look at this idiot taking my seat.
Oh.
Get out.
Can you
Yeah.
give me a physical description of the victim?
Yeah, he is a scraggly human with dark brown hair and beard, cut very short, both of them. But like not very cut, as in like they are not long, but they are not like evenly cut at all.
Jagged.
He looks very like unassuming and wears pretty normal clothes. He has like on right now, you see like what he clearly threw on quickly, like as a disguise for this party, because it's just like mild like outerwear that is for party goers, like a little bit more colorful vest and like some shoes. And other than that, like he just looks unassuming and funny. If you look specifically at like what's on him, because you can do that while you're still speaking to him, he has, let me see, he has a bunch of contusions around his wrists and neck, like that are very clearly visible even from a little bit away, and these 3 large stab wounds in his chest. These stab wounds are like a little bit conical, like and almost triangular. Like they're not from normal bladed weapons. They're
Oh,
punctures.
right. I remember this. We saw that, and then we were like, oh, it wasn't part of the original plan because there wasn't enough poison to poison him. They just had to stab him.
Yeah, that bottle was outside.
Right.
While you are talking to him and asking questions, this is just additional information for
Yeah.
that. There's no poison around him right there.
Okay.
And no alchemical smell.
Well,
If you like sniff around on his vest, there is, but it doesn't seem to be near the stab wounds. It's actually on his back.
What if he's... Okay, this is before... I mean, I don't know if we found this before talking to him or not, but it's possible that he's the murderer and he got murdered by
Yeah.
somebody else.
Totally possible.
I think... I mean, this is your show, but I guess the first question would be like, why are you
here?
tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool, yeah. So you take it
I'm
away.
going to
You take it
start
away
with
and I'll
that.
take notes, yeah.
Why am I here? He looks around and he does recognize Adri. You think you see that in his eyes and like sort of like relaxes a tiny bit and says, "I'm here to protect the boss. What happened?"
You...
Nini, sorry, Nicole. You with that nickname.
National.
that nickname. Yeah, my brother.
Actually, Knight might know that like his boss is one of the other like mid-level bosses in your guild who's actually like a little bit renowned. It's a drow named Nivik.
Nivik.
That's who he's talking about most likely.
Okay.
Has a reputation for being especially brutal and not minding if the guards know some of like what he does, because he doesn't like present himself in public ever. Nobody sees him in public. You don't even see him. You've never met him. You just know of him.
I'm going to lean to the others and whisper to them and say, he might be talking about a member of the guild Nivik, but perhaps he's speaking about somebody else, a boss here on the ship, someone separate.
Any reason for Nivik to be here?
Do I know of any reason for Nivik to be here?
No,
It's
not your
possible
boss
that the
didn't
person
send you
that-
this.
It's possible the person
Sorry.
that got identified as an elf earlier could actually be a drow because everybody's wearing masks. And it's dark
True.
and it's a boat. And
Could have also painted. Yeah.
Makeup. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Adria, how are you getting around?
How am I getting
Are you
around?
disguised?
Yeah, we went over disguises last time, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
helped guys. Yeah.
Adria's
I am
disguised.
disguised as an elf, aren't
Yeah.
I? Oh, good. I'm gonna. Should I ask if his boss is Nivik or what his boss's name is?
No, man.
I think an important question to get off is who killed you.
Yes.
Did you see who killed you? Okay.
No, not did you see? Because then you could just be like, yes. Be like, who killed you? And then he might be like, I don't know.
Should I say that? Okay, question about the spell. Do I know if people who have been cast speak with dead on? Do they know they're dead or do they not?
They are in a weird state where they understand that, but they don't really believe it.
That's
So
fine.
you
Doesn't
can
maybe just
say
say who attacked
has
you?
to.
Yeah, as long as I don't like panic.
Great minds!
All right, I'm gonna ask
Like-
who attacked you.
Put it this way, if you were an adventurer and you suddenly woke up and there was a god or like just another person talking to you, and you wouldn't, and you actually are dead, so you can't really gain the new information and stuff, and you're stuck in one state, you wouldn't really believe that you were dead. You'd think that you're in some stasis or whatever. You'd want to get out.
Sure.
Yeah, so it sort of is that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him who attacked him.
Someone behind. It wasn't the boss.
Okay.
It wasn't the boss.
I want to know how they know that, but you probably shouldn't ask that.
Clanking and
Clanking.
thumping.
Clanking.
So behind him is where we smelled the chemical.
But aren't the stab wounds to the front of his chest?
Can I investigate and see if the chemical is the oil?
Wasn't the oddly walking dude dressed like a centurion?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stab wounds were in the front of his chest.
But if he said the person came from behind, I guess the person could have reached around
Could
and
reach.
gone, stave.
Yeah. Okay.
That awful episode with Arya.
Oh God.
Why do you do this? Why do you cause people
I didn't
to...
even watch it.
We're gonna start a rant. Okay. So, I kind of want to ask if he was protecting his boss, Nivik, or someone else.
Maybe you should ask why Nivik felt the need to be here in person.
Okay.
And then if he answers like, well, Nivik wasn't here, then we know Nivik wasn't here. But if Nivik was here, then he'll say why.
Perfect. Sounds good. I'm gonna ask that. Why did Nivik feel the need to be here in person?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
We were protecting him in the guild hall.
Okay.
Where is here?
Did he die in the guild hall? That's not a question. That's
Yeah. But
eternal
good point.
speculation.
Oh,
Weird.
is there a way for
Yeah.
us to figure out time of death?
Yeah. Can we do a medicine check?
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be now, but like that's a good point. This body could be old.
Whoever
Real
wants to-
quick, someone invent forensics.
Really? I just listened to a whole business on this and lecture series on determining time of death. Bugs can help a lot, but there's actually like it's pretty a big range still. Like
I'm pretty good at
can't
medicine,
get
so
Need
really
to
bipolar.
check the pooling of the blood in the body.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I
good
mean,
at medicine.
I think we're more thinking like, is this 2 months old or a day old? Like, I don't know that we need. We don't need the
I mean,
time of day.
18
You can also
plus
just tell if it's
2,
been moved.
20.
You have a 20,
Yeah.
you don't even
Yeah.
need assistance. You can immediately identify that this body has not been dead long.
Okay.
Okay.
He may not know where he is, but he was killed here.
Huh. Okay.
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 Here.
And to the question, why did Nick feel the need to be here in person? He said,
He was protecting him in the guild hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was at home, basically. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
So he got maybe whisked here
And then killed.
and then killed. Possibly, like, sorry, someone said he was stabbed in the front.
yes, but he said he was attacked from behind, so it's possible the person came up behind him and then went like boom, boom, boom,
Or it's possible he heard something behind him,
and was
got
stabbed.
immediately whisked somewhere, and then immediately killed.
Oh,
It's
good
possible he didn't even die from the stab wounds.
That's also
True.
possible. Yeah,
That's a good point.
I agree.
point. Okay. So we
We
have
have 2 questions.
1, 2.
Yes.
Okay.
We did why are you here?
Mhm.
Who attacked you? Why did Nimic feel the need to be here in person?
Wait, so he has contusions around his neck and wrists, so he was probably tied up.
You're right. Good fucking point. Really
Okay.
good points, guys. Great investment.
So. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
wrap it up, everybody.
Wrap it up, boys. That was really good.
We did it. Good job.
Crazy kids go home. Alright.
Two
Should we ask
questions.
something about if he saw anything weird before dying? No, probably not.
Maybe. Yeah. Bobby, what do you got?
I'm thinking. What are we on? Have we asked 3?
Yeah, we have 2 left.
He doesn't know where he is, so he probably doesn't know why he's here.
Different question. But if Nivik was being protected in the guild hall, why did Nivik even feel the need to be protected in his own guild hall?
Good
Like,
point.
who does he
I mean,
think knew about this deal such that he was worried about being attacked in his own fucking house?
That could be standard procedure, but I take your point.
Do I
You
know
wanna
if that's
ask-
standard procedure?
It's
It's
true.
not standard procedure.
It's not.
It's not.
People are
Okay.
varying levels of paranoid, but it's not standard procedure.
And Nivik
Okay.
is a cruel bastard, so he's probably not that paranoid because he thinks everyone's afraid of him because he's a dick. Because he is a dick. So, question: why does Big Bully worry about being attacked in his own house on the night the seal is going down? Therefore, who does he think knows about this that might be out to get him?
Okay. So, why does Nivik feel the need to be protected? Is it from someone specific kind of thing?
Nivik needs protection from all sorts. The guards don't like him, and we deal with them. He's not afraid to slash them.
Charming.
Is that
Do we want to ask if Nivik had any big jobs coming up?
maybe? Wait.
Or-
one second.
Maybe about the red woman.
Yeah, or was he afraid about something going wrong with the deal tonight? Or like what that was? I don't know. Maybe something like that. The last question we kind of bombed, but
Yeah.
'Cause it-
Hey, Brando,
it was a general
didn't you
question.
give us a thing about each of our characters having a contact? Where is that?
You guys, it's in your contact
on my character sheet.
section. It's at
I
the
don't
bottom,
see it.
on the second page.
So those are allies and organizations.
I can find and copy paste
I
if you
think
need.
I used mine at the end of
Yeah.
last session, but I honestly do not specifically recall. I think
Do you
I
mind
sent
sending me
out-
mine? Because I
You
might have the.
To talk to somebody, but I don't know if it was your contact.
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
look
remember.
it up.
But I do have that in mind, and I know what's coming back, and that's going to be soon.
I feel like we should try and see if there's a connection between him and the other body.
Yeah.
You have the connection of Drock, the comm speaker, who's sort of a get out of jail free card, even if it might mean getting out of jail through the morgue.
Is that me or is that Zinhorn?
That's you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have something on someone. I'm not gonna say what because I don't know if it's important.
Drock, the calm speaker.
Thank you. Okay.
What do we want to use our last question?
I don't know.
There's a yeah. I sent out a message with. Apparently, I have a bird. I guess I have a bird.
He's going to
Always a bird.
I used the bird a bunch last time, and I'm just remembering that it existed. Oh yeah, my owl, my barn owl, now Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Pierce left.
You're asking about enemies that might be opposing to this deal.
Yeah.
This deal specifically is to carve out ways for the Thieves Guild to move amongst the passageways that the
Bridge of Whispers thing.
So I guess the guards would be against
Bridge of
it.
Whispers is
Right.
is Buzzark.
Yeah.
The guards
So-
aren't really against it, as you can see, but the guards are in bed with the Thieves Guild in a lot of ways.
Yeah, so
It
they
depends
just wanted
where-
to cut.
yeah, which guards you mean, but so some guards for certain, but the guards as a whole are not really opposing this.
Okay, why the hell would they bother taking this dude? Did they interrogate him? Taking him somewhere else and then killing him? Maybe that path. Maybe he knew
You
something.
want to just ask about the exact moment, the last things he remembers, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just-
That can't hurt.
Describe the last thing you remember. Something like that.
he sort of like goes through it confusedly, and everything sounds foggy, but he stammers out basically that he was guarding Nivik in Nivik's own like dorms, essentially, like as Nivik's conducting business, and like setting up something, and somebody came in, and like somebody came in who the guard knew. And when
another guard or him?
No, who this garden, or who this, sorry, not guard, who this Thieves Guild member knew. As he was escorting towards Nivik, something else came up behind him and grabbed him, put something on his face, and he doesn't really remember much. Everything was foggy. He was being moved, and then he remembers getting stabbed, like pain from the back and then blood trickling down. That's all he remembers.
So he was guarding Nivik. Somebody who he knew approached.
Yeah.
And he opened
Someone
the
who
door
Nivik.
for them.
No, something who he knew.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody he knew approached, and he opened the door for them.
Yeah.
And then somebody else grabbed him from behind, covered his face, stabbed him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Weird. All right,
Ask
well,
that
have a
person
happy
and
afterlife.
damn it, Jim.
Yeah, he sort of like shrinks and folds up as he like sits
Sorry,
down.
what is your name? I need for the quote.
And he doesn't answer. He just like says,
Damn it, that was the last question.
Nivik's alive, right? As he
Just have to say a source in the Thieves Guild. Damn it.
True, it does kind of ruin the credibility with that.
Well,
So yeah, also on that note, Nemia is like completely not sanctioned by this deal. But Corin might have thought she was at some point. It's becoming more obvious that she's
You know,
not.
I'd follow where the story takes me.
Yeah, you guys, she's not trying to be like subtle about it at all, but it hasn't been addressed. Just to let you know, Bobby, you guys can do what you want with that.
So I didn't totally understand that.
Nemia is just a reporter.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I got her into the party because.
Gotcha. So in terms of the fact that we're all gathered here for this deal, Nemi is not actually supposed to be.
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha.
And Zinorn is like her contact who helps her investigate. Corin, you're actually the like overseer of the deal. You're taking a record of it for the Temple of Joaquin, which is also a bank. And
Right.
They do illicit deals all the time because somebody's got to take like distract.
It's just a deal. They're all the same deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laws are a formality, really.
Yeah.
Oh, can I quote you on that?
Guideline.
No, you in fact may quote me on nothing.
Is that on the record?
Nothing will be on the record.
There is no
You
record.
can say nothing. Quote, Corin. It's on the record.
And yeah, that shrinks up. The guards are sort of just like looking in as though they're expecting to know what happens, but the cleric doesn't really know what to make of any of that.
Yeah. Interesting.
What else is going on in this closet? Is there any indication, like just a body fell out,
What
or
up
is there
in
anything
this
else?
Club is what
Yeah,
I asked.
unusual in this closet.
Yeah, I want to investigate the smell.
The smell is not bad. It's not body-ish.
I mean, you said there was something behind him.
Oh, but the smell in here is bad. One sec.
Something behind him.
You said there was like an alchemical smell on his back.
Oh yeah. Sorry, there's some smell similar to that vial.
Like oil? Okay.
Yeah, that oily stuff that is on his back.
Is it maybe just like knockout?
Chloroform.
did Bobby just go, oh, foul?
Yeah, but I was talking about my cat's poop, so
I figured.
Yeah, if you look at it really closely, it looks like it's just sort of like on the like back of where his neck is, and also like it might have been around there. It seems like it's sort of dry and stale. But yeah, it's primarily there.
That's a good question though. It wasn't the murder weapon. It was like something more along the lines of chloroform or something to suffocate,
Correct.
or to suffocate them, to cause them to asphyxiate, to pass out, to move them.
Yeah, and you guys don't know exactly what it is, but you do have that vial, and I don't know. Corin might have detect poison. I don't actually know.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I do not.
You're literally the most
No worries.
useless cleric I know. It's okay.
So yeah, you have that vial, which still has like a few droplets left at the bottom. You don't want to mess with them too much.
Yeah. We'll hang on to that.
Someone could just drink it, see what happens.
True.
Could never hurt. They needed a whole vial, right?
Yeah.
The question, is my contact a get out of jail free card, or is it like we can talk to him about shit going on?
You could talk to him, but primarily like the big once per session thing you guys have for you
Yeah.
is the Jedi get out of jail.
Okay, so
I don't know.
not ideal now.
Like
Yeah.
literally, probably get out of jail. So say
Yeah, like we will end up.
As in, we will probably go to jail.
If you need help getting out of
Get
jail.
ready for the courthouse scene, guys.
undercooked chicken. Right to jail.
Suddenly Law and Order.
Jail.
It's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
These are their D&D campaigns. Bum, bum.
Yeah, you just know that the Thieves Guild doesn't want their members going to jail where they can be interrogated, so they either like buy their way out or kill them.
Don't ask for help.
Yeah, exactly. It's not something you want to do.
I think that the most useful thing that we could do at this point, is my opinion, and I would love to hear other suggestions, is try to gain any more information about anybody else at the party that saw the person in the Centurion red cape costume.
The lagoon monster.
The lurching Centurion red cape wearer.
Yeah, the party's still kind of going on. Like it's been moved a little bit upwards because like they're saying there's a problem, there was a brawl, somebody got hurt, you know. But yeah,
Oh, the dead bodies. They're on that side of the ship. Party's over here.
Yeah, exactly. So
Party doesn't stop
I
for
don't
one
know.
dead body.
you know, one person saw it on a lower deck.
So I don't know if that means we need to go change outfits or whatever, but like, or it should be us, or it should be Corin or Adri, or I don't know, or Adri, sorry. But if we can get any more information on that person, I think that at this point they're the most suspicious.
Okay.
I don't know if other people feel that way.
That or the hawk mask guy.
And it might be the same person, can't it?
I think that those things might have been
I think they
simultaneous.
were
so I don't
both
think
seen
so.
just before the murder, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so yeah, those two then are probably our best leads.
They were seen pretty much the same time, but different places.
So yeah,
Hey,
Okay.
could be working together.
Clark Kent, Superman.
I was gonna say.
All right, so those are two good leads. Yeah, I don't know how we want to approach that, but that's what I think's up.
Yeah, I don't know how to approach the sea monster.
We dive in the water, duh.
I want to know if anybody else saw him, any place else he went.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Do you?
that with
Saw
searching
what
for
they ate,
witnesses?
saw that they didn't eat anything.
Yeah, I feel like we already gathered all the
That
people
wasn't-
that saw anything.
That kind of the witness gathering portion.
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk to Adrian
Well,
because
you
he was
guys
with
could-
the elf, right?
So you want to talk to the
The owner of the boat.
owner.
You guys know that
Yeah.
it also
Pretending to
like
know.
ripped into the waves, so you could try to question people about that or where it came from because you don't really know.
Oh, like go to the shore and see if somebody saw him.
I like what you said about questioning the owner of the boat.
That's
Yeah, you could do
that's
that
a
too,
good idea.
for sure.
Let's do it.
He is not like easy to get to, and the
Yeah, we
guards
can
won't
do
help
it.
you. They
I have a press badge.
you do have a press badge.
And I haven't.
Nothing.
So yeah, you guys head up through the party and like make your way through some of the crowds. You see many more marvels. People are now like showing off animals and things. A
Is
bunch
there
of
any
people-
okapi?
There are weird animals that are like half okapi, half another half animal, half
Weird.
platypus. And
Wait,
so-
are okapi are already half one animal and
Yeah,
half
exactly. They're half or platypus. They're like a mixture of a mammal and a freak of nature.
4 different animals.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah. Placopi. And
My God, it's a monster.
and you also see people competing in this strange game. Remember, this is a kind of ritzy party. There's all these people in like
Would it lay eggs or give live birth?
Both.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Either way, the you make your way up towards the top of the ship, and like the cabin rests above all these party decks and has like a balcony that's visible. People have definitely seen him coming in and out. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but like if you ask, people have seen him like going out and looking down. He doesn't really come down though. There's clearly like guards and stuff and like some private like bouncers essentially making sure nobody goes through. They're dressed very nicely and very polite, but they shoo anybody away.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do I see any like windows or?
Yeah, there's a window. I mean, there's the balcony, so there's like an entrance up there. Windows on this level, you mean?
Balcony works, or on this level.
There are clouded windows on this level, like big old galleon style, like barred and
Do they open?
They don't open. No, they're mostly for show and to let light out. And
Do they break?
A few of them open on the other side, but these ones are just for show.
Everything can break with enough.
Yeah, they can totally break, but they look.
What's the HP?
They're big though, and they would be loud if they broke. And there's people out here, and there's bars.
Yeah.
On the
Okay,
inside.
the DM is telling us.
Fine, you
No.
make an argument. I get it.
So, does anyone have
Maybe
charm
I can try
spells?
charm person
Yeah,
on someone.
I was gonna say I don't, but
and if not, I can try sneaking in.
Okay, so let's go find a bouncer and charm him.
Yeah,
Why are we sneaking in somewhere? What's happening?
We want to go talk to the owner of the boat.
I'm sure
Alright,
Henny
alright,
is
it's hard to
cute.
reach.
She's
Yeah,
charming.
yeah. Oh, why don't I just... I'm very... the smoothest of talkers.
Oh, you want to just smooth talk him?
Why not?
Yeah, you guys could smooth talk them. You could sneak in by
Okay.
like climbing, maybe. You couldn't just sneak in the front because that's the only way to the cabin.
I vote we do both. Adri tries to sneak in through the back. I pretend like I'm important.
Good.
I will back you up in case they realize that you're not important.
Thank you.
I'm gonna not bring the dwarf with me because the
no,
dwarf is not
please do
sneaky.
this on your own. This is not. I will. I'll just look like Zinhorn's hired muscle.
Dope. Cool. I will attempt to sneak in while they do that.
All right, why don't you roll me some sneak?
Snack
and
us?
Where exactly are you going?
The window that was on the balcony. So acrobatics first or something?
Yeah, sure. You're gonna climb up here. You're going to. Well, actually, no. I'm just going to roll for them. You're good.
I'm good. Should I roll?
Yeah, you should still roll.
Okay.
Don't roll bad, but you're good.
Well, let's
Don't
get a
roll
roll on
bad.
that one. 17.
Hey.
Yeah, you're fine. You manage to clamber your way up these wooden railings as the rest of the party approaches and starts like buttering them up to distract them. You don't get any
Buttering is
disadvantage.
not distracting. Buttering is essential for all good things, like crab.
Everything is better with butter.
They do like crab here. The party goers are so enthralled by the party, which is just an absolute banger. They rolled
Real
one.
banger.
So they didn't notice you.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are you guys saying to them before we get inside the top of the cabin?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, to try to get in.
Yeah.
So like, is it like a bouncer?
Yeah, these are like
Oh,
really
okay.
well dressed tuxedoed bouncers that are like each themed to make it clear that they are the bad guys. Each one of them has this like really ornately crafted half mask, with one half being just a just like their own face. Which you can see clearly mirrored on the other side because there's no mask. So it's very clear that these aren't like party goers, and they just look very official.
I see.
Cool.
Okay. So the
Party's this way. I'm glad you're having a good time though. The owner wishes you all the best.
oh, they're trying to turn me away.
Yeah.
Charm person.
I,
Charm person.
I'm gonna say.
I'll do if it goes bad.
Yes, it's an excellent evening. It's a shame that Malasar, Ambassador Genezeth, sorry. I'm reading because I totally forgot the name. Malasar
Yeah, no
Genezeth.
worries.
It's a shame
No, it's not.
Ambassador Genezeth couldn't be here himself, but I'm glad that I was able to come in his stead. Is there any way I could pass my regards on to the owner? I'd love to wish him the best. This is such a wonderful evening.
Well, of course, I'm acting as his ears tonight. You could tell me, and I'd be happy to give him the message. Mr. Genezeth is always welcome, and his words are always heard. We'd love to see him sometime soon. Unfortunately, he can't be reached at the moment. You know how it is. Busy.
I see. Well, again, do pass along my fond regards.
Charm person.
Charm person? Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This shit's going down. Don't fuck.
I don't know what my spell save DC is. I
Not
can't
high
find
enough.
It's infinity, actually. If it's not written down, that means it's infinity.
it. Yep.
For roll.
So he takes a wisdom saving throw
Cool.
against my spell save DC, which I will try to continue figuring out.
Probably.
I rolled another nat one.
8 plus proficiency plus charisma.
Dude,
I think I
got
win.
it.
But just to know.
Yeah.
Are your stats still? Those aren't. The stats on here aren't your character. No. Okay.
No.
never mind.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's
Those are-
Sheridan.
Yeah. I was like, wait. I was like, what?
I was like, we don't look like little
Bard
weak babies. Why can't you fix your
strength
stats?
20.
I didn't update them.
Alex, come on.
I won't let her go. I love them.
You actually successfully charm him though, and
Yeah.
he sort of just like
Oh yeah.
completely fails because he's not expecting it, and he sort of like slouches almost a little bit limply with his jaw sort of hanging a tiny bit open when you do that. Well, but I could make an exception. He looks
That
behind him.
would
There's
be-
other guards, but they're like a little bit farther back. Some of them are dealing with other people.
that would be very magnanimous of you.
Sure. He would love to get a compliment anyway, and he starts sort of like lurching towards the door. And as he's passing by, one of the other bouncers like, whoa, what's going on here? You can't let them on.
We are representatives from Ambassador Jezero.
Representatives or not, everybody's turned away at the door. I mean, look, no offense.
No, it's all right. Guard, tell them that we're allowed in. Adrian himself wants to see us.
Yeah, he only wants to see one person, and that person's been and gone. You're not getting anywhere right now.
This guy's a little bit grouchy. Is our guard sticking up for us? I thought we were friends.
Yeah,
Guard
like
back
ask
up.
him. He knows we need to get in there. Like he has to see us.
They're okay. They're with me. They need to give him a compliment.
I don't know how to work with that.
He means we have critical business to discuss.
Critical business to discuss. They were asked for.
This guy's extremely persuasive.
Summoned. Late is the hour.
I'll be like, we'll be but a moment.
I'll come with you. We'll see if you need to be up there.
Excellent.
Of course.
He escorts you up the stairs, and you guys make your way up. As you are getting up, Adri is actually like arriving on the balcony, and you find it empty, but the door is open, and you hear people inside. Or I'm sorry, you don't hear people actually. You hear him by himself inside.
I hear him talking to himself or something?
Yeah, no, he's moving around. He has like. I suppose there is another person in there. He's not talking to them. There's a music player,
Okay.
but like just a single musician playing a violin, and he's sort of like mumbling to himself and clinking glasses and moving around a little bit briskly. It looks like he's having a good time, but alone.
Question. When I was on the balcony or climbing, would I have heard them charming the guard?
Perception check.
Okay.
I mean, worst case, you probably just heard us talking to the guard. Which we're gonna do anyway.
Perception plus 4, 13, 17.
Yeah, you sort of like look over the side as you're going in, and you see them walking into the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna walk into the room like hands raised, like surrender essentially, and be like, "Hello, we have some important business to discuss. There's been some murders on your ship."
Wow, she laying it out flat. Okay.
He sort of like he's, as I said, clinking around glasses, moving about his house, and he sort of like glances at you a little bit startled when you move in, but then just keeps on moving around and whistling and mumbling, and after a few seconds of that, like puts it down and then leans on his table with his hand on his hip, looking at you. Giant spectacle, like going in and out, and like
Yeah,
I guess he's
telescopic
adjusting it a little bit
expansion.
actually. Yeah, telescopic expansion. He's like, of course there has. The guards informed me almost half an hour ago.
Good.
I suppose you're the one helping with that? Not exactly a polite visit, but I suppose it's better than coming through the front door.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry for a little bit of a surprise. Just fair warning, a few of my friends will be joining us in a moment. It would be easier for all of us, I'm sure, if you can just help us along.
Through the window as well?
No, through the front door. Just inform the guard.
Of course, the front door, yes.
Yes. Inform the guard that perhaps you called for them.
Well, I can get a few drinks ready at least. And
Perfect.
it does. Now, what can I help you with?
Wow, this guy's
Well-
accommodating as fuck.
Oh,
Great
I
guy.
like him.
I know you're asking not here, but of course I am. You're solving a murder on my ship and keeping it quiet for me. Anything that I can do to help is absolutely welcome.
Oh yeah, keeping it quiet.
Keeping it quiet.
Absolutely.
Well, I have a few questions, and I'm sure my friends will too. But we've gathered some intel from folks who were on the ship, not part of the deal, but discussed with them. There's been a figure, a centurion-like person walking about that doesn't walk correctly. We're wondering if this could possibly be a performer, and if so, who they were hired, what group.
And he looks at the violinist, and the violinist is still playing, listening to all this very clearly. He's not like trying to conceal that he's just
Sure.
listening to everything you say. But he just shakes his head, doesn't say anything as he continues to play. The owner looks back and says, "Well, if it is a centurion-headed thing, then you might want to check with some craftsmen to see what kind of masks they might have built. Some helmet or full headpiece sounds more intricate than the normal mask.
Okay.
But all this is your investigatory job. What can I actually help you with? I'm at the top and I see everything that goes on, but it's a party down there.
Do the others arrive around now? Because I want them to help me with the
You
questions.
guys burst in like, oh my god, we've found a murder on your ship and we want you to know. You've guards, I don't know if that's what you say.
I think we would just come in and I want to gauge what his behavior is like. And now that I see Adri there, and that they both don't seem agitated, I would probably just be like, "Thank you for escorting us to this meeting."
Did you invite these people? Not exactly, but it's fine. You can go back down.
Owned
You're
pig.
gonna stick around. No, really, you don't need to. It's fine.
Ooh, a bar.
He looks down at the drinks he prepared then at the bar and just kind of like puts his hands up. He doesn't seem that bothered by it. And he sits down cross-legged and says, if you want my personal opinion, I was trying to keep it out of it, but since you are not exactly ahead of this game here, it could, of course, be my rival. My rival has been taking over my business slowly ever since he's moved in. Apparently all you need to get the guild membership is property nowadays. And, well, he is succeeding at it and can only gloat more every day. Wouldn't surprise me if he wanted to sink me for real.
Nemi, this is perfect for you. Opening for you.
Yeah.
Oh, just be like, tell me more
This
about
is your
it.
shit.
Oh well, yeah. I was gonna let him just keep saying what he wants.
So
Stop. So yeah, you wanna get him going and be like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a smear campaign on this guy. He sounds terrible. like get him to give you everything he knows about this guy.
I can come back to that in a little bit. I want to.
Yeah, no, it's
Just yeah.
He's the leader of the glass blowing society. A bunch of factory drivel, if you ask me, but they serve the masses well, and everyone in the pike needs a glass nowadays too, I suppose. I'm not opposed to him moving in. I'm just opposed to him pushing me out. No one wants to buy the fine craftsmanship that I offer nowadays. They'd rather just have the mass-produced wares.
I understand. Why do you think he would attack you instead of just trying to make the deal for himself?
Well, he sells to the pike. He got wind of this exchange between all of you. With deals going on between pathways, he might have wondered about my part in it. I trust you can take my meaning there. I need to deliver to those people as well, and cutting down on supply chain, perhaps using a non-standard method of transportation could greatly assist cut down costs.
Confessed to smuggling. I believe I take your meaning.
So he knows. Like it sounds like he knows about the one murder.
He knows about the one murder.
Does someone? Do we want to ask him if he knows that someone has also started like stashing other dead bodies on his yacht?
Absolutely.
Like,
You go for it, Corin.
so obviously you are
Yeah, you
familiar with
because you're a cleric, so.
with the murder we've been investigating. We've uncovered something else somewhat disturbing that may reflect on the security on the vessel. We found another body, I should say, and a speak with dead revealed that the body may have been transported here shortly before or after death. Is there any possibility that your vessel is being used as a staging ground or some other neutral site by, let's call them unsavory elements?
You are the unsavory elements, but
Whoa. That's
How rude.
quite the dig against the.
Talking to a cleric and a reporter.
There are worse things than me out there, my friend.
But if you are asking if I think that someone could somehow infiltrate our site, which we asked the guards not to observe quite so closely, then yes, I think that is possible. That's why I'm up here locked away.
Word up.
With anyone named Nivik?
Nivik.
Nivik.
Perhaps associated with the Thieves Guild.
I don't think so. I've dealt with a different one,
Which one?
but I've dealt with a few. I don't have a name, but meaning it's your boss.
Okay.
Recently?
Yes, recently, and I've dealt with a few others as well, but I don't think I've heard of a Nivik.
Okay, so no direct dealings with Nivik. Interesting.
No.
But we do know that it was somebody that the thief knew that came in and distracted, potentially.
Yeah.
So it could have been someone in the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, absolutely. Thieves Guild seems pretty likely, in fact. God dang, Thieves Guild.
I would try this automaton mask, however. I recommend looking in some of the tinkerers of the city. If it was an automaton, it probably had some other features. Maybe it was actually a little more lifelike that. Could even be a magical one. Sometimes the very rich like to show off, and they can get the permits. I know. I get the permits.
Fair enough.
Fascinating.
Can I?
We'll get into the power issue later.
Brennan, can I
Uh-huh.
roll a survival check to try to make this guy a delicious drink? At his own
Yeah,
Survival?
totally. Is it delicious as
You
it?
add
I think
too
it
much
requires
alcohol.
wisdom to make a delicious drink, and survival
It's so much alcohol,
instincts
but you
to
have to not
kill someone.
knock him out. Yeah, exactly.
That sounds good. Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Don't roll one.
great. I'll do that. I got a rock. No, I'm just kidding. 18.
Nice. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
making
he
him
looks-
a drink at his own bar.
He takes it when you give it to him and sort of like says, of course it will have to be christened in your name. And then, not christened. That's not a word that would happen in this universe. And looks at it and looks at you and smells it and takes a sip and he's like,
This is the best reaction I could
Really?
possibly hope for.
"You're very good at this. Surprisingly good at this."
I'm also looking for a part-time job, so let me know. if
And
you
it
have
was
any
thereafter known as the Horny Owl.
Shaking a martini.
And he also gives you generally the like location of his opponent's business and his house and some of the people he deals with, some warehouses and stuff. You don't really know like what you're going to do with all that. Obviously, you're not going to go investigate 7 warehouses.
Right.
No, we're not.
Can you give us a physical description of the violinist?
The violinist is a tall and straight-faced half-elf. with dark hair pulled back like behind his ears, which are not very pointy. He dresses snappy and plain with like a sort of relatively simple blazer almost, and a vest. And like relatively plain pants. He hasn't talked this entire time. He's been playing violin
Understood.
without stopping.
You definitely can't trust elvish sorts.
We need to ask about the elf mask, or the hawk masked elf.
Avian.
Yes, because we heard from the lady that saw him throw the bottle that had the oil in it. Super suspicious.
A hawk masked elf.
Or
There was someone moving, or crow. You said.
Yes.
Well, there was some tall man with long ears moving through the crowd below. I thought it was strange for a bit, but then he sort of mingled. It could have been a hawk. I thought it was some other bird, but
all right.
Okay.
Are we
Wait,
sure
sorry.
these masks
Can
are
you
the
confirm
same
for me?
mask?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it to be a dove.
Brennan, can you confirm for me? Because I have it written down, and I don't know if I wrote it down wrong.
No,
that
you have it all right.
he was talking to him, right?
Yeah.
Like they were seen together.
Oh yeah. I
The
forgot
guy
about
was
that.
seen moving up into the stairs. I don't know if they were seen together.
Oh, it said he was seen with him on my notes, but I could be wrong.
I also had that in my notes, but I think
Yeah. Wait.
I'm always saying Dove Mask Man.
He was with a rude elf.
Yeah.
So that's,
With a rude elf. Who said that?
I don't know. It's
No,
early
I-
in my
hang on,
notes.
Hang on, I'll find it.
Now let me find mine too.
Who said that? They're a liar. Not canon.
Not
Was
canon.
it not a hawk mask elf, or was it specifically
It
a hawk
says
mask?
wearing a house mask, and then next to it I have with crow mask. So I don't know.
The lady, I thought it was Daisy Mycroft, but maybe it's not.
We'll just walk our way.
Well,
into
Go
the
Lady
fire
saw
and
the hawk mask throw the bottle, but before that, like way earlier in the session, I have a note.
Go
from
with your notes and assume they are right,
Okay.
because they probably are. And he's still saying exactly what I said.
It's okay. Yeah, I have Hawk Masked Man, elf. He was asked to leave. The ship. Man, greet her. Short man. Wow.
You don't have any idea who he could be, right? Short man.
Short man. Oh, Brandon, I found the note that said what my bird was doing.
Huh.
Alright,
Sure, it's very important.
here's what up.
Yeah.
What up?
I have criminal contact, Tristan. And I contacted him through Pierce, my bird,
Yes.
barn owl, to say
That was about...
who wouldn't want this deal to go down.
So,
I don't need to get the bird back right now. I'm just telling you I found it.
well, you will get the bird back basically now, and this might as well happen. I don't think you... Do you guys even have more questions for him?
Nah. If he doesn't know anything about the elf, then nah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
just tell him he runs a tight ship and a good ship, and I wish him all the best. And,
It's a good
you know,
ship.
it's all good.
It's a good ship. I like this ship. Maybe I'll buy it someday.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, the bird does come back actually right about now, and as you guys are leaving, he bids you goodbye, of course, and like offers another drink, which
Can
which
I
you
leave?
take.
Hey, how much is like... Okay, this is a weird question. How much is 10 gold pieces, like, worth to, like, the violinist?
For a commoner, isn't a gold piece a day like standard?
I thought a silver
Yeah.
piece was like a
You
week.
are
No, a
level
silver
3,
piece
so
is like a
10
week,
gold,
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
A
10
shit
gold
ton of money,
piece-
dude.
Maybe it's for
Is a
noble.
lot of money, yeah. So like,
So
and you were level
I
3, so
have
it's
a
a lot of money.
Salary.
gem worth... I have 2 gems, actually, worth 10 gold pieces each on my character sheet.
Okay.
And like after I give that guy the drink and everybody's asking questions, I'm kind of like wandering around, looking at the art he has in the room, like just kind of. I don't know if you've seen my dad, how my dad actually walks around rooms, like staring at shit. That's what I'm doing. And I like leave a gem by the violinist.
Watch the violinist be the murderer.
Yeah, he will actually like if you leave
I don't
it
need
by.
to see if they take it. I'll just leave. Like I don't need to see anything.
he will actually say something immediately as you're putting it down. He will say, "A fine piece. I've seen many like them before. It's very nice, that one. Quite good clarity. If you bring it to my friend down on Elm Street, he can cut it for you. You could put it into a ring."
Is it Mudzark?
Wait, it actually probably is.
Mudzark, no, I don't deal with that one. We turned him away once already.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Nothing has
Elm
such
Street, we should go there.
Tindreezy is actually my man.
Tindreezy?
It's not a good location, but he's a very fine craftsman.
Guys, we should go there.
Hang on. I'm gonna say nothing has such clarity as your sweet
My-
music. Keep it.
You might know about
And I'm
the
gonna bow out.
helmet shit.
Bow out.
He
might
sees
be
that you have
craftsman.
two because you're like pulling
Ah,
the
no
bag.
way! I
No,
wanted to secret.
no, good. And he nods and he's like, "Of course, I shall take it there myself for me. I suggest you do the same. You may very much like it. He'll give you a discount."
I spelled Tendreezy like he's related to Yeezy. Is that accurate?
Same.
It can be.
It's good to just
It's
pronounce
canon
it.
now.
It wasn't, but it's
Canon.
fine.
In the back, they sell cassettes from Easy.
Fucking hot fire.
It's Ting-
You cast fireball. You just throw a cassette at.
Okay, guys, let's
Yeah,
go to
we,
this place.
We bow out.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
Fuck
so
off this shit.
he hears this guy tell you guys that, by the way, but he just like looks at him like appreciatively. He's not bothered. He like bids you farewell, like asks that you don't make a ruckus on the way out and don't let anybody else in. Don't imply that you're
Why
just
don't we
like
just
partying.
leave by the
Let's
window
make a
the way
fucking
that
ruckus.
Adri came in, yeah, so nobody even sees us leave.
I don't
I
really
think
do windows.
5 of you might
Let's
be
leave
much.
by the
Alright.
door like adults.
Alright.
Now we all know what Bobby's teenage days were like.
Zin scurries down the window like one of her rat friends, and the rest of you guys walk down the stairs. Mouse friends, sorry, you've decided they are mice, not rats. They're just extremely good at swimming. But the bird that comes back, the owl with the message, does have
Pierce,
some.
what up?
Pierce,
Oh my! It was the best James Bond movie. Wah!
Pierce brings you another note, and sort of like clucks to you affectionately and happily because it's a he, right?
Yep. Pierce is
He knows that he did well and got everything quickly. The note mentions as
I want to give Pierce a piece of cheesy lobster. What is it? Red Lobster. Those cheesy biscuits they bring out. I have like one of those from the party in my pocket. I'm gonna give it to Pierce.
nice.
I'm such a strong man.
He looks in the pocket and smells it and smells the mouse smell and was like super excited as he chows down on that cheese biscuit.
Yee, okay.
Hold the fuck on to your exposition. This is really important.
Sorry, I really like my bird, and I think caring for animals is important. That's why we feature animals on the
It
show.
is, and he's awesome. The note does mention this
Okay.
rival that Adrian was talking about. The rival's name, by the way, I don't think I actually mentioned. Is Fomet, and he is a drow noble in this city who has been long
Oh.
established with his family.
Wait.
Lit.
Isn't what's his face also a Drow?
Yes.
Nivik, yes.
Dude,
Fomet
Drow are everywhere. I
and I
love
can
it.
spell that because it's a weird fucking name
All right.
that I
So
made
is
up.
there
I
a
didn't-
drow noble? And say their
Like
name
foam
again?
at the mouth.
Fomet the mouth. Fometal with a TL
talks a lot.
at the end because it's an Aztec inspired name.
Wow. Okay.
Like cuddle.
Okay.
Yes, actually.
There you go.
And you can pronounce that how you want. There's a lot of ways to do it, and it's hard.
Yes.
I'm not good at it either. And I will post that in
All right. Sounds good.
chat. That way you guys know. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my word! Sorry.
I was way off.
Are we
Such an
looking at
orthographical
spelling?
crisis happening right now. I think I need to describe how that was spelled. It
Wait, how do you
Like
say
how
it again?
Benedict Cumberbatch says penguin.
How do you say it again?
Fomet or Fomet. You can say Fomet. That's fine. Fomet.
Yeah, that
Fomet
seems
mouth.
like how I would spell it.
Yeah,
Okay,
Fomet.
hang on.
Wayne.
I gotta get to it. I'm gonna spell it for the audience. PHOM as in manganese. ETL And then the last name,
It's an awesome name.
YNGWE.
I'm proud of that name.
That's a nutso name.
I'll
Yeah.
be
Full Metal Young One.
I'll be
I
honest.
was trying. Sorry.
Sorry.
No,
For
you
some-
sorry. I mean,
No!
you sorry.
No, that's to the west.
For some reason, I just saw the last name when I looked at that, and I was like, "Faux metal, huh? That's an even weirder way than I expected." But you know, sure.
Wow, same, yeah.
That's fair. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm confused. Is every letter silent?
Yes.
That's how I feel about English,
Make
though.
consonant sounds and just add them in. Yes, we're pretending we're French.
All right, Full Metal Young One.
Yeah, Fun Metal Young One is a noble who has like been here for a long time with his family, and this place is this place. Drow are known and for sure allowed, but they're not really loved. And this family has done a lot to transform its image over time. As I said, they are now sort of like serving the working class and middle class for generally stuff that they need, because they're one of the only factoried glass workers in
I
the city.
feel like
And
what
there's
you're
so many
saying
people coming.
is their Walmart.
Yeah, you could look at it that way.
I feel like that's what you're saying. Like
No
they're
detail
shit,
on worker
but
conditions
people are
in the
poor,
note.
So
Yeah, and so like it does mention Fometal.
it does mention. All right.
And the Ingwain family as
Okay.
well as their business. It also, though, mentions that a few other names that are similar guildmasters that are just against this kind of deal going on because it doesn't benefit them. There's a lot of
Wait, so
guildmasters that
names.
yeah, they're, I sorry, I don't actually have names for them.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But
One
yeah,
of
like
them is.
who they are.
Oh, where's that guild list? Do you have that guild list?
Ooh.
They're guild masters.
Alex, I'm not allowed
It's
to pull
quite
it up.
long, but yes, I can find it.
Either way, it's heads of guilds, like for instance the actual guard, as well as the Watchers Order. I can't remember their name, but the order that watches over all the magic and stuff. They have a close relationship with the guard. They are all against outwardly.
What about
against
the Splendid Order of Armorers, Locksmiths, and Finesmiths?
They are definitely against
Oh.
the Thieves Guild, although there are conspiracy theories in the city about them working with the Thieves Guild to make sure that people always need a new type of locks.
Dude, can we talk about the Dung Sweepers Guild, though?
It's
They
real.
are fine with the Thieves Guild.
It's the best.
The Dung
I
Sweepers
have-
Guild is fine with the Thieves Guild.
Oh,
I
good,
got
good.
this list.
Great. Yay.
In fact, they like each other because they both use sewers a lot.
Most of the actually, the Thieves Guild is one of the biggest investors in the Undercity networks in general, like
Yeah.
just
Nice of them.
infrastructure. So everybody likes the Thieves Guild unless they sell goods, essentially.
That makes sense.
It's a weird relationship in the city. It's one of the reasons that the Thieves Guild is so prominent, and the guards kind of work with them to some degree.
Okay, so there's a faction within the actual guards that don't want this to go down because they are noble and not corrupt. Shocking, I know.
Yeah. You can't go looking up members of the Thieves Guild. You'd be
Yeah.
at it all day.
Yeah. The Magic Watchers Guild, which she's getting the name for real quick.
Or the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors.
Yep, that's it.
Yes, that's here you go.
What about the League of Basket Makers and Wicker Workers? Those
Yeah.
are important,
I'm
right?
not huge fans of Thieves Guild. I don't know if they're actually on the list though. They're like a lot of
Alex has
this is written on the note.
the Jezero Bible doc. as
I
we
do.
know.
What's the one that you just mentioned? Because I actually can't find it on
Watchful
here.
Orders. Oh, that's actually. I'm actually just pulling these from
Oh, it's fine. We pulled from.
Faerun stuff, but I figured that it was probably
It's
similar.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Watchful Order of.
Magists and Protectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
No,
does
we already have a
mention-
magic guild though, Alex, so don't add it.
I'll just
I think there is one.
make a note.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Oh, great, yeah. It might be called something slightly different.
I like the idea of competing guilds too, though.
Yeah.
For the magic one, there's like historical reasons why we named them differently, but I don't remember.
Fair enough.
I don't remember. I don't have the document in front of me. I can't pull it up. So. But
Should
anyways,
we?
okay, cool. So there are other people besides this rival guy who have an interest in this deal not going down, basically. Okay,
Yeah.
Pierce, great job. Really good work. Solid work.
Yep.
Tristan, thanks
Yep.
for coming.
Well
through,
done,
man.
Bird.
Well done, Pierce. All right, good. Do you guys want to get off this boat and go to Tendrizi?
Yes. I
That
think that
seems
is
like a solid lead.
All too easy.
Yeah, so you guys make your way to Elm Street, which happens to be in the Pike. As he said, it's
This is
not
my
a good
nightmare.
location. Yeah, so when you guys enter the Pike, Nemia spend a lot of time here. The Pike is is just this slowly sinking trench that gets deeper and deeper as it goes on. And the weird thing about that is that the shallow part is new. So like the shallow part is like the shallowest bit of it is literally just stands, and then they start digging in and it starts lowering with these like smaller buildings and storage places and then real houses. And as it gets deeper and deeper, you just see these stacked on stacked on stacked layered houses that are like collapsing more often towards the center because there's no regulation, no way to like prevent any bad like carpentry and masonry from going on.
Yeah.
These things are just like carved into the side of this giant ditch that's been ripped out from the bottom.
Yeah, like a trench, like a long, narrow trench, and just going
Yeah.
in. I see.
You guys know that it actually started when a dragon swooped through the city, rending an entire hole through the surface level, and that destroyed a bunch of other buildings. And then people who were displaced, as well as people that had already been outside of the city and were just looking to move in, all kind of banded together to build something so that people could like have a place.
Yeah, they were running out of room for all the refugees, right?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
Makes
So,
Frickin' dragons.
Yeah, shops here are really just houses that have been converted. There's not like any districting. So you find like towards like one of the giant intersections with Elm as a little tiny alleyway offshoot. You find all these large shops that are selling soup, that are selling supplies, tools, things like that. Lots of general purpose goods that everybody needs. People are also like gambling on the sides. People are playing games and selling jobs, like essentially like contract one-off jobs. Like we need hands for something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, this place is bustling. It's super productive and busy, but people are just moving all over the place. People get by here. It's not completely abject, but it is like poor. It is less like magically influenced than the surface, and part of that, you guys know, is because of the magical restrictions. There's just too many people down here to get the permits through, and nobody has the money to like accelerate that process. So everything's done by hand, pretty much.
So lots of work for day laborers is what you're saying.
Yeah. But you guys come across Tingdrizi's shop, which is advertised. One sec, I need to remember the name of the shop. Uh-oh. Where is it? It's Tingdrizi's Trinkets, Treasures, and Toys. And you guys go into this place. It has a wide variety of like completely handmade, unique goods. Most of them are like silly things meant for children, but there is like an entire section that is more functional utility items. These are some of them are actually even minorly enchanted, but for the most part they are just like useful things, useful little gadgets that people have figured out and made, ways to like stop plumbing issues without having to actually fix the problem completely, ways to
Any construct scorpion toys?
No, you don't see any construct scorpion toys, but you see like pumps and other gadgets, other like minorly, like most of them have to be like hand cranked or something. But there's ways to like get out the water because they're all in the trench. That's one of the most popular items in here.
Makes sense.
They also have he also has these various like they're cantrips. They're not like powerful magic, but all these like little animated toys that have like lights coming off of them or are moving perpetually and just doing small little things
So
all over the shop.
Like Geppetto's workshop.
Yeah, exactly. Like and these, you know, like you do need permits, but you can get them on a more general basis.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's either exploiting that to like overmake things and lie about it, or he's really gotten permits to just make hundreds of items, because these are like pinwheels all over, hanging from the ceiling. Some of them are just scattered on the floor and strewn about. And a little gnomish man in one side is like helping a couple customers eagerly, like shaking hands, hugging people that come in, and like you can hear him eagerly like telling them about whatever's new in the shop. He doesn't seem to be charging very much at all.
Gotcha. Okay.
He has a small little workstation for gems and things, and just other crafts in one side. It seems to be where he makes everything in here. I don't know if you wanted to talk to him or just look around.
Start by looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you guys give me investigation checks.
Sounds good. Ready to do that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a rock.
I did it.
I got a 4.
A 4, huh?
I bet I find a really cool puppet.
I got a 17.
I should have actually got something. I got 23.
I got a 9.
A 9. So 9 4s don't do much, obviously. You
Find 3
guys,
puppets.
yeah, you guys find normal items. And sorry, was it a 19 or a 17?
17.
17. Okay, was it the highest?
No.
I got a 23.
23. Sorry.
Damn.
20.
Killing it.
With the 17, you're exploring and you find that of these like magical items, there are all these ones with writing like on their underside in this like threading. It's not actually written on, like drawn on. It's threaded into the actual like flags and pinwheels and various designs. And you're just like examining it closely, and you start to notice patterns in it. It doesn't look like it's just plain like design. It looks like it might actually be communication of some sort. But
Motherfucker invents circuits?
yeah, that would be a very interesting one. He'd not. As you are, it's not that future in Jezero.
Could be something as
you
simple
are-
as like kiku nuts, though.
Yeah, they could do something really like.
Like it could be a thing that looks really simple and basic, but it's actually very advanced communication.
That'd be cool.
As you're looking around, Nemia, you're kind of like poking around all the bits. You're looking at the items, but you're kind of focusing on the shop itself. You start to realize that there's one corner of the shop that is sort of like the shop is not a square shop at all. It's sort of like just all over the place in weird patterns and all these walls that are like clearly busted into other buildings and expanded into haphazardly wherever they could fit. Things are angled. And you see there's one angle of the shop that's sort of hidden from everything else, with only a few people in it. And the designs here are slightly different. Just like Adri was finding out, you see that the designs have certain patterns, but you actually find that they're arranged in an order. You're not sure exactly what's going on here, but there's clearly something special about this corner.
Restricted section.
After,
Can I go over to the corner?
Yeah, actually, with a 23, after people like clear out, you wait for a minute for the patrons to like go somewhere else. You start pushing around at things, pressing on things, kind of trying to see if there's anything actually special in this area.
Secret door,
And-
secret door, secret door.
Yeah, well, you do find not a secret door, but a secret closet.
It counts!
Yeah, you find that when you push in certain one of these panels, they push in and then slide to the side, and you're just looking at boxes. Most of it's resupply. But as you're going through them, you push open one, and inside is on like a mannequin stand kind of thing, like a big pole, is a big, clunky, weird automaton thing. It is not Centurion in this terms of like a Roman soldier mask, the way that the thing that you guys were looking for is, but it has similar features to that. It's big and metal, with pieces of wood plastered on, or not plastered on, but like glued on in
Does
certain
it
areas.
look like the same person made the mask as made this automata? Are they in the same style?
Did you guys actually see the mask?
No, it's just
You put
described.
a description.
But we know it. We something about clanking, right? Like, does this look like it would clank?
Yeah, this could be a clanker. Big metal feet.
We could ask.
Yeah.
Is this place near the water?
No, the pikes are sort of in the middle. I think they are.
Yeah, okay.
They are.
Yeah. He actually appears behind Corin at this point, and hello, sir. It's very good to see you. I haven't seen you in these parts recently. If you're looking for anything for the temple, I would be happy to assist. We can arrange many things. These are just toys, but we can actually do custom designs. We might be able to even, help you with one of your ceremonies. You always need a little bit of pizzazz to attract new goers, don't you?
Oh, indeed, and I'm quite familiar with your work, and I think the world of you. But actually, this is more of a personal matter. Not so much business for the temple. In particular, this fella here. This is an interesting one. I quite like the design of it, the aesthetic, but it reminds me a bit of something I thought I'd seen recently, a mask or a costume. Have you sold something similar recently?
He sort of smiles at you and and is nodding along, but just says, well, not anything similar recently. This one's a bit of a unique design, a prototype which never quite worked.
What is its intended purpose exactly? It's a masterwork of craftsmanship, but I don't quite see actually its function.
The metal
Beautiful
servant.
though it is.
I was hoping I could get them made on large scale. Every family could have one. Not only the rich would have to have servants, we could have small metal ones for ourselves. They couldn't be as perfect, but...
A fantastic idea. I do love it. But you say you never quite got it to work.
Well, not exactly.
Can I insight to see like if he's like withholding
Same.
Yeah.
something big?
Definitely seems to be withholding.
I am browsing like
not a great roll.
nearby
7.
earshot, but not participating, and I
just want to do it as a prereq to detect thoughts.
I want to do my insight. My insight's actually also quite good. So since I've been chatting with him, fucking duck. 8 on insight.
I got
What was
13.
yours?
Beat mine.
13?
Yeah.
You
Got
could
a
be-
2?
You're not sure. I mean, like, he could be. It seems like he's definitely a little bit apprehensive to talk to you guys
Yeah,
about it.
sure.
You're not sure if he's withholding anything.
Fuck it, detect thoughts.
Okay, yeah. As he's...
Okay, yeah, he's withholding.
I'll just keep
Definitely
like
withholding.
prattling on with him while you do that to kind of like keep this on the surface of his thoughts. Like, something like this for the temple. If you ever did get it to work, you could always use more help around the temple. There's so
I'll
much
get behind
to
him
do.
and I'll like mime and I'll be like fishing to be like, keep him on the line.
Of course, and if we had some sort of service like that available, I'm sure the temple would be very, very accommodated by whatever I could customize it for.
The Temple of Joaquin, more than most, knows the value of good work.
And
It is true.
of course, the temple knows that I am always willing to work with them. As you detect thoughts, the entire time he's nervous and like internally sweating. He's just like why is this cleric questioning me? His temple already knows what I sell. They already know that I have these things better. And yes, he does have these things working. He sells them secretly. Very, very obvious too from detect thoughts. That's not. That doesn't need to be
Okay.
hidden at all.
Can I like? This is like you can probe deeper, but he has to take a whiz save and like think if he. Yeah, I know. If he's like sold one to like a particularly like nefarious, like not the clerics,
And
somebody
does
sketch.
he sell them to nefarious people?
Does he
So-
have a deal like he did maybe that he
Like-
regrets?
yeah,
Or
or
does he
see
tell
if
them to one group?
maybe Fometal pops up in his brain.
You roll a 14, 12 plus 2.
That beats my DC.
Okay, it does. Then you're not entirely certain. You get these weird, like, mixed and muddled signals. It seems to him that he's thinking of all these people that he sold them to, but it's very hard to tell if they're clerics of Joaquin or if they're related to the clerics of Joaquin. It's clear just from surface thoughts, without probing, that he is, like, wondering if you guys are worried about his business and like others, but it's unclear if that means that he has sold to others or is just worried if you think he has. You can't tell. Not with that. So.
Yeah. I wonder if he has a book of sales.
Ooh,
Very
Adja, you want to start stinking around looking for one?
good.
yeah, I do.
I will continue to play the klutz and continue to pick things up that have like a hole in the back and they quack like a duck and a nutcracker, and I'll just be messing with it.
Distraction.
And I like pick it up and I'm like, how does this work? And I like try to do it and maybe I do, maybe I don't, and then I just set it somewhere else so that he has to like follow me around and like put things back.
Do you teach the 9-day school? Are you the one who teaches them all about the benefits of trading? The benefits to society of both illicit and illicit trading?
He's talking to me.
Yeah. You must teach them very well. They must know all about buying in their communities, of course. I would offer a 50% discount to any affiliates of the church, of course. Those are toys going to a good cause.
The man is right. Commerce is really what does. That's what separates civilization from the barbarians. It's all about commerce. He's quite right.
Wow.
Did I make a
okay, I think you
perception
made me informed. Good times.
Capitalists, fascists, oppressing the people, totalitarian.
Oh my god.
This guy doesn't seem to be a horrible person, but he definitely is like profiting off of everybody's like want of a little escapist toy.
Should I make a check
Good,
to see
though,
if I
he's
can
still
find a book of any sort? Records keeping?
Yeah, why don't you just give me an additional investigation roll?
Investigation? Okay.
Actually, in stealth along with it.
Stealth and investigation. Okay, I'm gonna do the stealth first.
Can I like bardic inspo just a regular shit? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Yeah.
21 for stealth.
Oh, you good?
Nice.
I got that. And, ooh, not bad. 12 plus 0. 12 for investigation.
He's actually going to roll because you guys have alerted him, but yeah, you're fine for stealth. 12 for investigation. So, takes you a...
Oh, it is. Sorry. Bardic inspiration can be any roll, so I'm gonna have done that on you, and you add 6 or
Okay.
d6. Sorry.
I'm gonna add that to my my investigation check. If I can pull out this d6, because it's snug in there.
So, what you find, Nini, is
Plus
you...
2. 14.
You find this a 14 for investigation, not 12?
Yeah.
That doesn't, unfortunately, change it. Do you have no other bonuses?
Shit.
No.
Okay. You do see into his office. There's this locked door with like a grated window, and you can see there's a big logbook back there. It looks like a ledger of some kind. You can't get in, not without picking the lock or something.
Okay.
Do you have thieves' tools? Can you do that?
I'm checking right now if I have these.
Only I was level 6.
No, I only have a disguise kit.
Shit.
No thievy tools.
What if I mock the lock?
That should do it.
If you lurk the lock,
We could try to break the lock.
Ooh, what can Mage Hand do? Can Mage
I'm
Hand do
a
shit?
thunder.
Pattern
Somebody
is
cast
only
thunder.
going to go so far.
Ticka, 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 tick. That was the beginning of music. You just didn't know it.
And remove from YouTube.
Yeah, so are you going to try to break the lock somehow? You are in like a visible area of the shop.
I probably can't do that quietly, right?
Oh, I know. I'll watch you, right? And then I'll sync up knocking something off a shelf.
Let's try.
Well,
Yeah, sure, why the fuck not?
I'll find something really like glass and fragile and like in a very high potential energy location.
You're gonna just and Nemia, you have not been messing with things so far, right? That was
But like,
Vin,
oh,
right?
that's beautiful. And I'll just be like on my tiptoes, like reaching for it, building up suspense.
And then it crashes, it smashes on the ground into pieces, and he just, no, don't touch the pieces, please.
So sorry. I'm sure that was easy to make.
Nemia, you klutz.
It's all right.
Hey, I know someone at the Glassblowers Guild that could totally fix it for you.
Don't worry about that. I know that you guys are going to be good patrons in the future. We have many things for you, so it's completely fine.
Was this a strength check? Brando,
Yeah.
what kind of check was I doing?
You were doing a.
If it's strength, it's bad.
Yeah, it was probably strength if you were just straight up trying to break the lock.
Yeah, which I was. I got a 10 minus 1, so a 9.
Ooh.
No.
Can we swippity swap to bop and I'll try?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bill's
sure.
got to break something.
This is so bad.
You're gonna need another for you, Lily. You're gonna need another stealth check and another, and this time it's gonna be a disadvantage because
Disadvantage stealth check.
there's people going back and forth to the same area.
Wait, does he have like keys on him that I can see?
Yeah, totally. He has keys.
Oh, fucking Mage
Oh,
Hand that
yeah.
shit.
You're gonna
Bring it
mage hand
over,
it. Mage handing secretly is harder than you think. Remember, first of all, there is a problem of magic, and also there's just a chance that it's not that precise. Because think about it, you're using your hand to control a different hand, and you can't feel. There's no tactile response, so it will be stealth disadvantage.
I want to
still.
try to pickpocket him. I have thieves' tools. Actually,
Or
wait, I have
pickpocket.
thieves' tools. I don't
Wait,
need
you have
pickpocketing.
these tools?
Oh yeah, I got thieves' tools. I can crack the lock. Yeah. All
Okay, Zinhorn's gonna use tools to lock. Never mind.
right, cool. Well, how does that work? Advantage?
Adri, what the fuck are you doing?
No, that's normal.
No.
That's normal lockpicking, I think, right?
Oh.
It just
Yeah.
allows. Am I wrong about that? It just allows you to try to lockpick.
Lockpicking's not a thing.
You add your Dex plus proficiency bonus, I think.
All right.
Do a sleight of hand if there's no pickpocket or lockpick.
All right.
Lockpicking acrobatics.
2 dice. That's not what I
I
want.
think for thieves' tools.
Yeah, if thieves
They didn't even give you any when you joined the guild.
No.
You didn't get your
Just give me
feature
the
tools, you didn't get your starter
She's a
kit?
fixer. She's a fixer and a runner. She goes to places that she already has keys to and fixes up the site, or
Yeah.
she bring messages or items back.
I'm not really a
So,
thief. I
sorry.
just
I'm adding proficiency
carry
and
messages.
dex.
I'm Zinhorn's owl.
That's right. Yeah.
Not even.
I know. I'm worse than Zinhorn's owl.
Well, guys,
To the owl.
it didn't go very well. I could try again, maybe, but I got a 2 and I added 4, so I got.
We are gonna get arrested
Good
eventually
gravy,
doing
y'all.
this.
Can I try again?
Yeah.
All right.
Stealth at disadvantage though, because you're spending a lot of time over there.
I will.
So I
pick
gotta
up the
roll
glass
stealth
and cut
now.
my hand and
Yeah.
cause a distraction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Should I
I'm
try
rolling
to
stealth
steal the
first.
keys?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a number. Shit.
That's a
That
number.
is 10 on stealth.
Okay.
And my bitches are asking about nutcrackers and important things, I'm sure.
Y'all bitches are asking about nutcrackers, apparently. Not my
Yeah.
words.
Hey, that's a better number. All right.
And so he's gonna beat you if there's no assistance. So
I was saying I cut my hand on the glass to like
cut
distract.
your hand on the glass to distract. That's pretty dedicated. Why don't you give me a charisma?
You know what?
save?
I really care about my job.
Do a deception roll for me.
Sep.
Wait, is
Pretty
it
good at that.
deception if you really cut your hand?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so good at deception.
'Cause
Why
the
am I not
purpose
lying
is-
all the time?
Were
Oh my
you
God,
not?
22.
I just assumed you were.
You got a 22.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. That'll help enough. Yeah, he's
All right.
distracted.
I'm actually
Don't
secret
see you trying
police.
again.
So I got
I love the government.
a 15 on my.
Yeah, that'll break it. Cool. Yeah, or break in. I mean, you'll get into the room and you'll quietly slip in and close the door.
Yeah.
Once in there, you see that there's that ledger. There's all these other supplies and like scroll writing supplies, more magical reagents, things that are more expensive back here. You are breaking into the office room and you are just getting in there. You see the ledger. You see storage space. You see scroll materials, spell supplies, stuff like that.
Okay.
There's also money in here,
Oh,
but
Yeah, who cares about that?
yeah.
I mean me, but. All right.
I mean, seize the assets.
Yeah, check out the ledger. Look for Centurion mask
Um,
and lock liquor.
give me one more investigation check, but give me advantage. And sorry, what was the second thing?
The lock lurker.
Lock lurker. Yeah.
I thought you said locked liquor, and I was like, are we really stealing alcohol?
Yep, literally what I thought. I was like, it's a toy shop.
It's got to deal with kids all day. I'm sure there's a bottle of brandy.
Yeah.
Investigación. Wow. Okay, guys. Not the
Advantage,
best.
remember? Advantage.
I know. I rolled a 7 and an 11, and I have a +1. So.
Nice.
No, wait. Oh yeah, no, +1. Thank God. Okay, yeah. 12.
Lots and lots of like terms you don't know, like all these mechanical doodads and parts, bimblebops and
Bimblebops.
and
Dinklehoppers.
Dinklehoppers, a couple nexes, a nimble right, a few I don't know, like strange gaskets. You don't really joists.
Like
Yeah,
joists.
joists. They got a lot of joists. You notice
James
a
joists.
amount of joists. Yeah, sold to a guy named James.
Got it.
You don't notice Nivik mentioned anywhere.
I don't notice mimic.
Nivik.
Not
Nivik.
Nivik. What about
No, I was
Full
looking
Metal?
for a centurion, though.
No Centurions being sold.
Full Metal?
Full Metal Alchemist is not.
Damn it.
What about like,
is not listed.
like you know, in the column,
Alphonse.
it'll say like supplies used as like a column so that the person can pay for those things as like part of production cost.
Yeah, that's in the back of the ledger. There's supplies and orders from suppliers that list what he's bought, not what he sold, but what he's bought to put into parts. And you find all these mechanical parts that are really hard to sort through because, again, he has tons of trinkets. But you find specific requests for permits for what are they called? Spells to make constructs.
Okay. That was good.
And actually, from there, even though you didn't roll very well, I'm going to give you the bonus to get you up there. You find that these things are the nimble rights. That's what Mimi said. That's the name of the type of construct. And you manage to look through the nimble right section, and you gather a few names from there, which you are actually a informant. Why don't you give me a history check?
Sure, can do. No problemo, boss.
Not an informant, an investigator, but you know what I mean. A sleuth.
Why do I only get rocks?
Only rocks.
I got a 7.
Get metal dice, dude. You need metal dice instead.
This is investigation,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I
7.
got a 7. With a plus
You don't know any of these names, but you can memorize them. There's only like 4 in the last
All right.
in the last 4
people
months,
who
3 months.
ordered nimble rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they're relatively generic names. As you are getting out, though, you hear the shopkeep, Tingdreezy, wrapping up with them and saying, "Really, though, I must go. I'm very sorry, but there is business to attend to. I need to tend to my books, of course. I hope you do come back. Please tell me when you're willing to talk about partnerships. I could even donate some toys. I would be happy to do so, of course, especially for children."
I snickety snake out of there, man.
He's starting to realize you guys aren't going to buy anything.
No, that's a lie. I would like to buy one of the... Oh, okay. What I actually want... Okay, if he doesn't have this, I'm going to get a nutcracker. But what I really want is I want one of those things that looks like something along the lines of like a Chinese finger trap, but like something like a small doodaddy toy like that. But actually, there's a secret compartment, and you can put like a pebble in there.
Embarrassing picture of SpongeBob at the Christmas party.
Embarrassing pictures of SpongeBob at the Christmas party! Yeah, exactly. No, but there's a small compartment in the back, and you can fit like a pebble.
It's like a
very
hidden
small.
compartment?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could find that.
So I want to buy that thing.
Yeah, cool.
I'll pay for the thing that I broke.
He'll say, no, please. Honestly, I mean it. I would love for you to come back. Take it as an example of my wares. It's an example of my craftsmanship. You'll find that it works very well.
That's some panic.
Okay.
I think we're the mob.
Yeah.
We might be.
I mean,
One of us is literally in the mob.
Yeah.
The rest of us are not super pleasant.
I was gonna say actually, truly.
The temple / bank of Waukeen is sort of like the mob-ish. Like they're the center of organized crime in some ways. They handle a lot of
in the
finance.
mob.
Yeah, like the
There's
banks,
probably a racket.
the banks and lawyers that do like quasi legit work for the mob.
Yeah.
Like I've watched The Sopranos. I think I know everything there's to know about organized crime.
You guys is
I
just like
consider myself an expert, thank you.
it's just built into the organization though, and like the government of Jezero knows this, but they can't really do much about it because you're also the banks and you're the only guys who do it well, and so they just let it happen.
Yeah.
Like the mob.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So
We
yeah,
all
you
learned
guys-
something today.
You guys, if you can show these names to your party members, and I'll let you guys add those history rolls.
So should we all roll for history?
Oh wait, I didn't add history. I rolled investigation when you said that.
Fuck all is what I got.
History I still have a plus.
Same.
Sorry.
Up
a 7.
top, slam it.
7's all around.
10.
10.
All right,
Yeah,
Bobby,
you-
what'd you get?
6.
Come on, man.
God, we suck.
You guys don't know the names here, but you could bring it to somebody and try to find out. But all you
Can I
have is a
send-
couple
send
names of Nebula
Here's
players.
off to Tristan.
Or maybe Nemia,
Again?
you're a reporter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just talked to the Criers Guild. I'm sure there's somebody who like
Oh.
Either way, you
He's
guys
familiar.
You guys could send it now and lose the contact usage, or you could just use your Crier's Guild now, or you could just send the crow and wait for a while.
It's a barn owl. Thank you very much.
Do you want to know the barn owl? I'm sorry, the crow was a mask.
Oh, thank
Do you guys want to know that right now, or do you guys want to wait to get that information, basically?
I think we should act on it pretty quickly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use it. I'll expend. Call my editor, my
You guys will
sanitizer.
spend some time actually getting to your person, because it's not like you guys constantly use communication lines for general information gathering. You usually set up a meeting on a centralized communication line because it's very expensive to give everybody sending stones, especially with permits.
Yeah.
You can't import those things without paying a large tariff either. No magical imports. But you do manage to. What's your person's name again?
Colfax?
Colfax, that's your bottom.
No, it's
right?
it's Corfax.
Corfax, yeah. Like Trist Corfax?
Stint?
Strint Corfax.
Stint Colfax?
Yeah, whatever. We'll get there. Strint
From
Corfax.
California, he sells cars.
Henry Ford.
Yeah, he meets you on the hush hush, like wearing like a party mask outside one of the shops, and immediately he's like, what do you need? It's a busy night. Come on, do you need help?
Oh my God, the story! It's the story of the year.
What do you mean the story of the year? You said you were gonna.
Look at it. I'll hand
said
him
you wanted
like
the day
7
off.
notebooks.
I thought you
I'm
wanted
sending
the day
him
off.
7 notebooks.
I'm only supposed to be handling 4 of you. 3 of you have come in on your day off. What is wrong with all of you?
Do I work with Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes, you do.
Do you know these people? Have you ever heard of these names?
That one's just a butler for one of the parties here. It's actually a party agency. They're throwing the one on the giant sky ship. At least they're running it. They're not throwing it.
Interesting.
What one is the? I'm not actually sure about that one, but it could be one of the messengers from the Halfling Queen.
Okay.
I don't quite remember, but that one is one of the local guilds. That's the Guild of Glass Blowers.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's one of the.
Interesting. What does he do for them?
I think he's in charge of mostly their outreach programs. I can't remember. He's not one of the super.
Sorry, for the society, or for the guild?
For the society. Sorry, the Glass Blowers Society.
So he works for Full Metal Alchemist.
For Full Metal Alchemist. For Fomet, Ingwain.
Got it.
Yeah, definitely Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, so Full Metal Alchemist and...
I worked so hard on that name. I was like, I
know
You know
better.
how Jake felt with
You should know better than to work on a name.
in like any kind of Aztec name, but I want it to be weird and strange because it's Elvish mixed with the Aztec influence that Jake put into some of this map, which I'm not even certain that Itzil was a Drow city. I couldn't remember, but I just wanted it that way.
I appreciate the name, Brennan.
It's,
Fomet.
it's
Yeah.
cool. Full Metal
I
Alchemist.
really appreciate Full Metal Alchemist.
Edward.
Consider that Fomet. Boom. Indeed, this person works for Fomet.
Okay, it's kind of like how one of my names turned into clitoris.
What? Which one?
It was something like clitoris or crap like that, but I didn't say it like that.
Clitoris is just clitoris.
Right, but I wasn't actually saying it like that. I just slurred it once, and then Jake was like, "Nicole,
got
watch
it.
how you say that."
Like Jake and I made eye contact instantly, and I was like, "Don't do it."
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So this person's apparently in charge of outreach and obviously does other stuff because they're not some officer at the guild. They're just one of the mid to upper management people.
Cool.
Wait, so there was the people running the party, and then
not this party, a different party.
Oh.
These are different people on the ledger that were buying different nimble rights at different times. They are not all
Gotcha.
the same
This
person.
is our guy.
No, sorry, I thought you meant that there was one helping run the party on the ship.
No, that was the party on the sky ship that has
where
Burnham and
Burnham is.
and Aridin and Theo and
The gang.
I don't know if
The gang.
everybody's there. Definitely the
Probably
kings. I decided Burnham was there just because somebody asked about a mage.
Everybody with chorus.
Yeah, actually, sorry.
Rip.
Yeah. I don't remember if I said this last time, so refer back to last time if I'm wrong. But
Look, Nadam doesn't miss a
probably
party.
Nadam would be there. Exactly.
Yeah.
That would just make sense. I think that's probably only 4.
Yeah.
Quaros would be there if he could be.
Irina's
Other occupations.
Yeah. Only got so much time when you're traveling light speed and as
That's
a
right, man.
deity.
True.
He's got to run his own weird steampunk city.
Yeah.
It's super dope. Talk
But
about
luckily,
Nibble
the
rights,
cast
they
can't
have
catch
them
up to
too.
you. That's a light
Right.
speed.
The Beast.
Yeet.
Another thing we
Right,
ruined.
so we've got just to catch you up,
Did you-
Zinhorn.
Oh, yeah.
The Glassblower Guild,
Yep.
a guy that works for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay.
Broad and nimble, right? What else do you need to know? I mean, like, what is this list?
It's gonna make our fucking careers. That's what it is.
You gonna let me know, or actually, you know what? It's your day off. It's your day off. Just.
It is? What day of the week is it?
You've been working on your day off?
You asked for your day off so you could look at something. Thought you meant like, your house.
No, I'm investigating a very complex conspiracy.
Well,
What do you do on your days off?
I usually don't do what I get paid to do on my days on, but you can if you want, I suppose. Doesn't bother me. Just don't clock it in.
Oh, Justice doesn't sleep, so gotta go. Bye.
Wow.
Did you want to know anything else from them? But since this is a big...
Is there anything else we could learn?
Ask if they know any craftsman who is capable of building complex masks, especially in a Roman style.
Wait, do we not think that was this dude?
King Druzy?
Hard
You might want to cover your bases, even
Sure.
if you think it is.
I think it's worth just asking about.
Totally.
There are plenty of mask makers in the city, but most of them go for more feathery, flowery ones because that's what sells well. The elites here really like those ones. If you really want a moving one and you want something custom, you talk to either someone way down in the dark or way high in the spotlight.
Okay.
I don't know about the down in the dark ones. That's not my specialty. You can talk to somebody else. But in the spotlight, there are some very, very well-known craftsmen that rattles off people, mostly guild members, but a few non-guild members and specialists, including one that you guys know is referred to as simply the despondent mage. Nobody really knows his name. He's this old elf who kind of keeps himself mostly, but does commission jobs for extremely wealthy people for extremely large projects, including fashion ones, which are often like showed at galas and fashion displays in the city, which are in vogue right now.
Okay, so basically
Cool.
he's Christian Dior.
I don't know enough about fashion to actually state whether or not that's true, but I'm just going to assume you know what you're talking about. So yeah.
The despondent maid, aka Christian Dior.
Christian Dior.
I guess I can ask, like, have you heard anything about any, like, schisms in the Thieves Guild?
Schisms in the theme skill. What did you hear?
Just rumblings.
Somebody that was familiar with the Thieves Guild went in, and then some shit went down.
Somebody's dead.
There was an oil used, potentially knock somebody out.
All right. I don't know about any oil, and I don't know what you're talking about. But listen,
Yeah.
can't even tell other people about this because it's undercover. But you know, Trant
Trant.
Just
Yeah.
say yes, you bitch.
Yeah.
Trant Greglin. He was looking into the Thieves Guild. He has two contacts in there who he's been talking to back and forth for 5 years now, and mostly they only feed him what they want to, and he knows that. But recently there have been weird movements. They've been working against each other.
Wow.
We've been trying to figure out why, but we have to keep it slow and steady. Can't move too
Yeah.
fast with those guys.
No,
They
I
get
understand.
really
I won't mess with your investigation. I promise. Thanks.
Okay.
100% gonna mess with this investigation.
I have respect for my fellow journalists.
Oh yeah, okay. Journalistic integrity.
Just so happens that my story is bigger and more important.
There you go. That's where respect ends. Got it. Okay.
Trant Gregland. 2 CIs.
Greglin.
Gregland.
It's a dwarf.
Okay.
I don't know if you actually know him, but it's a dwarf.
Yeah.
Okay.
Distant coworker.
Yep.
Got it.
Should we head to Glass People next, or this Trent Greglin?
Or Christian Dior.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Or
The
Christian Dior.
clock, by the way, when you guys are leaving the shop, it hits one of the numbers, and you guys hear throughout the city various criers shouting out the time.
Oh yeah, we don't have much time.
Festivities abroad. We're ramping up in the night. Please remember to thank your fellow guards. Many of them are out here with only half pay tonight. We couldn't pay them all. That's what it
Scrubs.
says in this note here. I don't believe it myself, but that's what it says in the note. Thank your guard. Give him a big old tomato thanks. Somebody's not having a great night and not doing their job very well. There's been I can't hear you, Lily.
I mouthed it. I was like, tomato
Oh, okay.
thanks. Okay.
There's been like plenty of strife between, especially people like the Criers and the Guard, who it's not unknown
Totally.
that there's some corruption, you know.
Foe?
Sure.
Oh, I know.
No.
Unlawful search and seizure of my reagents pouch.
And yeah, an hour has passed, so you guys do have limited time. And also remember, Mudzark said he'd be there for 2 hours on the bridge. Probably do one more thing and then still get to him, but you'd have to be fast.
Why are we meeting?
Why are we seeing Mudzark?
You don't need to. That's
Oh.
just a reminder.
Oh.
Be like, you mean like this scorpion poisonings contract?
I feel like seeing Mudzark's weirdly a good idea. I don't know what possibly
Yeah, that's some,
could...
like,
Wow,
duration.
crazy.
We only have 2 hours to see him.
Yeah.
We
Just
should-
thought about it.
All right, let's try to do something else before we see Mudzark. Do y'all want
This
to
is
see...
what they call DM assumptions. Like, you assume your players want to see Mudzark.
Yeah, that's all right. Do you want
I think
to...
your players forgot Mudzark existed.
Before we see Mudzark... So that's happening, and incredibly important. It's actually the only thing in my fake agenda. Do we want to try to find Christian Dior? Do we want to talk to the glassblower?
I think glassblower is our next like long lead, so we should
Yeah.
do
Christian
that
Dior.
after.
All right.
Do you think we can squeeze in Christian Dior before Mudzark?
Well, he said that nobody knows where the despondent mage is, right?
Alright.
Right? Is
Yeah.
that true?
So,
No, you guys could totally look at the Despondent Mage. He's not that
See in the yellow
hard.
pages.
He's just a big deal.
I mean, he's got a famous name.
So I gotta go through like 8 secretaries to get to him, basically.
But you're an informant and a reporter and a Thieves Guild member. You guys could find enough about where he is to like probably get near him, and then talk your way in.
right.
Maybe. It is a party tonight. He might even be out.
All right. Let's try to find.
What if he's the elf?
I also shouldn't have said simply known as the Despondent Mage. That is his like most well-known title.
Yeah, his
Christian
best-
Dior is definitely an elf.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
That's his very famous moniker. Despondent mage. Got it. Yeah, I say we put out feelers for that guy. Try to rack our brains of what a fancy fashionista party this guy would be at.
Sounds good.
If
You
any
guys,
of the larger craftsmen's guilds are throwing their own shindig tonight, and he may make an appearance. I don't know.
you guys can throw out some tendrils, and you find out quickly that there's tons of parties going on all over the place, but the biggest party of the night is, of course, the Skyship, and there have been rumors that he's up there.
My God, guys, we can fuck with the timeline.
By the way, his real name is Ren
I kill Eridan.
Verwaith.
Ren Verwaith. Okay.
Yeah, that's with a W in the Ren.
No!
That was Percy's last name.
It was with a W on his birth certificate, but he changed it to just the R to be edgy. Okay?
Doesn't seem that edgy to me.
Dennis Feinstein.
It needs to be noted he was just seen there. It's not like people said that he was out there partying. He was actually making an appearance, and you're not sure exactly how long ago. But that is a thing you could maybe. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you could do it.
I
Well,
will
I
show
believe you will find a way.
That is
I did not plan
absolutely
for that.
written
who
his
Nadal
name.
has been chatting up all night.
That sounds that's. I can't see Verwaith, but it's probably right.
Ren.
Hello, Red.
Little W.
Yeah, that's close enough. Yeah, that's perfect actually.
Because the W is silent.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. So, party bus.
So the Skyship is above like the bay, but it's not actually above the water. There's an island in the center of the bay that is where the teleporters are. The guys teleporting people upwards.
Right.
There's also a large anchor line that goes all the way down to that island, but it's attached to like a hill on top of the island, which is like closely guarded and everything. And it's also mostly an emergency line. It's mostly in case like a stone ship in the sky catches fire, which is unlikely.
Do we know anybody who might have tickets, passes? Able to get a hold of those.
No, not a chance. I mean, you could talk to your contacts and see if your entire organizations do, respectively, but no, you guys don't personally know anybody.
Word.
Brr.
Word. All right. What time is it? Actually, don't tell me. It's late though, right?
Well, you told us before, like a clock was chiming
An
as
hour
we were
past when you
leaving.
started.
Ollivander's shop, right?
It's only been an hour.
It's only been
What
an
a
hour.
fucking hour.
It's only been an hour since you guys. Well, I mean, you didn't need to walk very far to get to the Pike. While it's a big city, it's also a big walled medieval type city. So it's like half mile most.
That big.
And what time do we have to have this done by?
Last session I said the wrong thing. I said nightfall, but what it really is by midnight.
Well,
So
it's
you
one.
probably left, and it's probably no, it's
Wait,
not one.
I thought you said it chimed one. No.
No, sorry, it chimed 1 hour after when you started. I think it's like, it's probably 10 or 11 right now. I'm gonna say 10. Let's just call it 10 right now. That was the clock chiming 10.
Okay, cool. So we got another 4 sessions, so this can be a mini campaign.
Fuck it, let's go see Mudzark. Maybe
Yeah.
he has knockoff tickets. Little
That
pass.
sounds good.
I feel like if it's late enough and we had the right kind of alcohol that the guard controlling access desired most, it could be a thing. That's what I feel.
I think that's a good option.
I just
You guys know a lot about alcohol in this city between the four
we
of you.
do, and we saw that I'm a very good bartender in the last
Yep.
scene.
Yep.
It was foreshadowed,
Little vignette there,
and therefore good writing.
You guys
So,
want to prepare a?
oh, I got it. Wait, I remember something from my character sheet. Here we go.
Oh, dear.
All right. We're going to the back entrance to the Sky Party.
the back entrance.
Yeah.
Is
That would
there
be-
Coming from the clouds.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a main queue, not the main queue.
um.
Don't you have to teleport up
Okay.
there?
You've been messing around and you've been looking around with your mice and rats, and while this sky ship was docked before everybody arrived, because like the sky ship actually was shipped here early. Not many people know this, but the sky ship was shipped to Jezero early before the delegates arrived because they didn't have time for that. They teleport places. They don't
Yeah,
ride
they're
blimps.
busy.
Yeah. Blimps are long and slow. So you know that there is a back teleportation to the sky ship
All right.
for those people who are
Alright.
going to be like meant for the skyship, because like it is secured before they arrive, and then they arrive by teleportation on private docking, which that way they know for a fact the place is secure upon the beginning of the night. From that point on, they only need to secure anybody else coming in.
All right. Here's
There's
what
a
I
lot
want.
going on there.
Here's what I want to
That's
do.
some paranoia for
Here's what I
sure.
want to do.
Yeah, it's 4 kings in one place, or 3. Yeah, probably 4 kings in one place.
I want to go
Kings and queens, actually.
To
Halfling queen is
a-
there.
guard.
She sounds
fish.
cool.
Yep.
I
I forget her name.
want to go to a guard bish.
Okay.
Okay.
This is. Are you guys going to the island?
Vicious.
Yes.
You guys are going to the island.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not far. You can totally take a ferry to the island.
All right.
The island has more to offer than just the teleportation to the skyship. It's also
Alright,
like a little garden island.
All right. Cool. So
Okay,
we
yeah,
go
yeah.
there.
Got roller coasters and
There's
casinos.
that,
and-
Go down.
that
They're
old-fashioned
hot
wood
dogs.
roller coaster that goes out over the water. It's very
I
popular.
love that shit, man. That's great.
Yeah, it's very popular, especially
Nobody
at
gets
night.
invited here, by the way. It's very pleasant.
Okay. Sweet. Well, great. So I find a guard bish for the thing I think we want to go to,
Okay.
and I try to look for somebody who's a little bit bored and tired looking.
Okay.
Could be anybody.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's plenty of people. There's few of them are even drunk. They're having a good time.
Nice.
Okay.
There's a lot of layers here. Like, it's not like you can convince one person and suddenly get in.
Sure.
I know. Okay. So let's try to do this the fast way, which is I'm going to tell you the tricks I have up my sleeve that I could use on various people, and I don't know how you want to do mechanically how I would roll for different things, but I'm going to tell you all the things I'm planning to do
Yeah,
to
you don't need
different
to do it in
people.
character. That's fine.
Yeah,
Skill
okay, so
challenge.
all the things I'm trying to do to different people are make somebody a drink they really like, or a drink that changes color. Okay. Then I have a thing that gives me advantage on manipulating dice rolls. I'm very good at gambling in card games,
Okay.
so I can bet somebody something. And I have the thing I got from Yeezy. I don't remember. Tendreezy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Brennan.
Sorry, Yeezy. And that could be a cool prize. Like, if I lose, you have this. But if I
Got some
win,
sweet shoes.
I'll give you this anyway, and I can go into the party.
Okay, I like all those. I want more help from the party for this thing because these guys are hardcore, like, not supposed to let anybody on.
I have enthrall.
They're still city guard. I'm not saying they're
this
unbribable.
thing that I'm giving them, if they win or lose, is a sample of my master's work, and I know there's a lot of great craftsmen here, and I just want to get in. You know, I'm that guy. I want to like give out free CDs and cassettes, get my name out. You know.
That's the kind of person they're here to stop.
Right. I'm sure there's hella hustlers out here like me trying to get in.
Which is why you're showing that you're real business by giving them this fancy golden-leaved fermented metal. Only the dragons can make this because only they have a lifespan long enough to figure out how to ferment metal. Because, I mean, come on. It's fermented metal.
Do you need any distraction done?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because I'm truly more useless than Zinhorn's owl.
I have enthrall, and I can make everybody, like, listen to me while you do stuff
You
if
can
you want.
attempt that. That's going to be risky. You might want to have that be your last chance.
I'm gonna go up and help out, and I'm gonna claim that as a cleric of Joaquin, I was actually given a vision of this. This is blessed commerce. The goddess has ordained that Zinhorn be selling this stuff to the rich and powerful. This is important. This is going places.
Another last ditch effort is if somebody, like, if I see a guard getting sus about us and about to like yell for other guards, I'm going to spend a key point to cast silence. That's my
Okay, cool.
useless contribution.
I'll just try and upsell what Corin's saying and be like, wow.
Okay.
And I can
Really?
also cause distractions by being like...
Why don't we get a party persuade check, and Zinhorn is going to get advantage, and I think just Zinhorn's going to get advantage on this. The rest of you take a normal persuade check.
Okay.
Come on.
13.
11.
Wait, I don't know.
I miss being level 20. Anyone else miss being level 20?
I got
This whole
it.
level 3 shit kind of sucks.
I know,
Oh,
isn't it
God.
great? The rules matter.
It sucks ass.
7.
Actually, in this game, rolls matter up to level 20. It doesn't really matter too much. I rolled a 5 and a 2. You guys are awesome.
Oh, whoa.
You guys are just schmoozing it up. You guys offer that fermented metal. It tastes like blood.
Delicious.
Very coppery finish.
Good.
Yeah. And yeah, you know what? They're pretty much like they're over dealing with this. You guys seem like high class schmoozers. Like you guys aren't killers or like, you know, even investigators. You guys seem like you're just rich people who got left out. They think that means you're safe. Where did you get the alcohol?
Me?
You mixed it. That's right. I made up the metallic part.
I have a flask.
You don't?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I have at least a flask. I probably also have a vial of bitters, but like,
Give me an
let's
additional
be real.
deception check. You pass either way. I just want to see if you convince them that this stuff, which is not fermented metal, is fermented metal.
Let me help.
Zinhorn, that's for you. Deception.
Oh, deception for me?
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, you can see the metal bits on the surface. Oh, amazing.
That's fantastic.
11.
Wow.
I got a 6. Exactly what Alex was saying. Yeah, they're like, oh, dude, I've had this once before. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
These guys are great.
Oh, what'd you do? You drink a drink of what? So, I can't remember. But then it tastes like something else.
Wow.
That
was so convincing.
They load you up, and to keep you off the logs, they teleport you to that private entrance.
Awesome.
Amazing.
You guys find yourself suddenly on the stone ship up in the sky. It has this weird wobbly feel, but you guys quickly get your legs. And it like everything is like thrumming and vibrating in tune with this like music that's going on outside. And when you get out, there's these people hitting giant drums. There's this intense dance music going on. Much less like, you know, classical medieval kind of stuff, and much not like modern dance music, but like much more like solid, simple rhythmic dance music.
All right.
But you see that around this place are just people dressed as ornately as possible, just having a blast. More so than the party below, which was all like pretentious and stuff. These people are just having fun.
So basically, we look like servants.
Yeah, you guys do not
look lame.
right.
Yeah. We look normal and therefore not good. Okay. We gotta find Christian Dior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not hard to do actually. As you guys move through, it doesn't matter that you look like servants because as you see, all the servants here who have been thoroughly vetted, they're not dressed in some standard uniform. They're not easily identifiable. They look like what you would expect partygoers to look like normal ones, and they're just moving more quietly through the crowds. There's a very friendly feel to it. They gather individual orders on an individual basis from anybody that wants to, but also they're like actually treated pretty well up here. And you see them having a good time in the back rooms. It's clear that they've paid enough money that the servants can even get a break.
Wow, that sounds
Yeah.
really amazing.
This is
What
a
a utopia.
giant deal. Yeah, Jezero has been gaining traction in this kingdom recently because of its manufacturing.
I would like to strongly suggest / imagine that the Despondent Mage, part of his ensemble is, like those really stiff, starched Elizabethan ruffs? But
Yes.
instead of like that, it's like cartoonishly long. And it's also like a shiny metallic gold. I don't know what the rest of the outfit looks like. I just had a vision of that, and
There's
I
no
really
rest
want
of the
that
outfit.
to
It's
exist.
just that. That's all he's wearing.
All I want is that and a black Speedo. It's a very
Okay.
eerie look right now.
Okay, so
Or
she
it's like
does-
one of those metal skirts.
Yes!
Played by Daniel Craig.
What is the Elizabethan thing you're talking about? I don't actually know what that is.
It's like the really starched ruff.
Massive
ridiculous shit.
collars.
No, they're like, they go straight out. They're like, I'll send you a picture.
Yeah.
I'll send you a
Like-
picture.
It's just like a collar that goes
It's like,
outwards.
no, it's
is
like
that
a
what you mean?
ruff. It's like a
Yeah.
thing you wear
What's
on
a
your
ruff?
neck, and it's big, and it's starchy, and it's itchy, and it's stiff, white, and it sticks out. I'll show you a picture.
Are you talking about the giant fluffy things? Like Philly?
Yeah.
You think they look fluffy, but they ain't.
Can you see that? Oh no, you probably can't.
What
I can see it.
Shakespeare wears? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, gotcha.
there we go. I got a picture.
Yeah.
What Shakespeare wears.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, this is like the most famous portrait of Elizabeth, and this is her
in a-
wearing one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Okay, yes, I do know
Yeah,
what you
but
mean.
like absurd, like a 2-foot radius
So
business.
you're pretty much on point. It is pretty much that. It is very frilly and pompous and it goes outwards, but it's also like weird and angular. It's
Yes.
not so much like a flat top. It has angles that go outwards and sag downwards.
Perfect.
His entire robe is suspended seemingly magically behind him, so it looks like he's floating even
Oh
though
my
he's
God.
not floating.
Wow,
a little-
Despondent Mage, you've done it again.
Over dramatic, don't you
Yeah,
think?
and everything is almost like vampirically designed, like meant to look horrifying. Actually, your characters wouldn't know this, but like he is literally like emulating a style that is developed that's modeled after Vizerin Devere, and
Fuck that guy.
it's like a counterculture punk thing.
So
Very
great.
in.
Dude, Aaron is so triggered right now.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
He's really a trendsetter, and I see that now, and I'm just in awe of.
And
There's
he's-
the reason Irina doesn't come to parties anymore.
And he's looking very stern as he changes the colors of his drink in his hand, which he swirls back and
Oh my
forth,
God, this guy's so
answering
great.
questions from various people, like with his head held high and like pointing a lot. Many blank gestures that are meant to increase his importance without actually signifying anything.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
I was there in the summer. Horrid place. I'll never wash the stench from me.
dude, it's too much. You're too accurate. Okay, so what we need to know is if he made that Centurion mask, right? That's what we gotta find out.
I think the key to this dude is flattery.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's what we need to find out.
Yes, that's what we're looking for, yeah.
Cool. All right. Bobby, what do you got? Ideas?
If we want to flatter him,
Yep.
I mean,
Pretend
Like
we're from like a runway show.
yeah. So the concern is that we're like schlubs, right? We don't have that much to
so
offer.
maybe
So we gotta come up with
we
something
should
we
do
can
the
offer.
opposite and pretend that we're really great craftsmen.
But we're not.
But if he's never heard of us, then he'll look on the outs.
It's true.
But we look like servants.
Yeah, but that's a new
do you have
style. It's a new
disguise?
fucking look, okay? I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I
I'm
don't know how
all
much
for
of
it.
a con artist we want to be tonight.
I'm
but,
all
like,
for it.
I have a disguise kit.
Yeah, I have
Hey.
some colored water that I could pass off as very high quality tonics and such.
I likewise have a disguise kit.
This. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's how.
All right, lay it on me.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
We can't.
Here's the boat, and here's the gate. No, you two are gonna use your disguise kits to look yourselves ridiculous. Okay, then Corin is gonna be slightly disguised, but gonna be selling these tonics. Okay, like the juicing craze in LA.
Oh,
He's gonna
we're
gonna be like, I'm gonna be your assistant, and he's
gonna
be
run
like
this
your
con.
fitness
Like
coach.
we're gonna sell to
Yeah.
other rich people. All right,
Yeah.
I love it. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
in.
okay.
This is
So
classic.
you two are
Okay.
clients, and
Yeah.
Corin and I are the dream team that makes it happen.
Okay,
Give
okay.
you
Got it.
everything you're
Yeah.
looking for in life.
Love it. I'm
Okay.
gonna take off the makeup I had.
And once we
before.
get him to invest in our fake company, then what?
Then we find out if he's really into Romanesque art and has been willing to do commissions in that style. We know some
We
people
open
who are interested.
a shop and start.
One of us goes deep undercover and marries him.
Oh my
Dude,
goodness.
flashbacks of Jade Regent. Sorry, none of you were in that, but Jesus, that was a thing.
Yeah. Deep
Wow.
undercover.
Long con.
That's how
Okay.
they killed a prince.
Yeah.
They married
Wow.
the prince.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take off the makeup I had because I feel like this is a place where Drow will be more provocative and interesting here.
Ooh,
So I'm
good.
gonna
yes,
go back to my drow look.
Remake the drow. Yes.
and then I'm going to pilfer things from the servants' quarters, like tablecloths and things, and kind of rough them up.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna if I can, paint on the dress I have. I want to look like the Queen of Hearts.
the most
that's my goal.
but the most important thing is the contour. Okay, we gotta get the
Yes.
contour.
Intense,
We
crazy
got high
contour.
angular cheekbones, but we need to make them.
Where are
more
her cheekbones?
high-
I don't know. They're up here somewhere.
They're crazy, and I want to
angular, okay?
draw on the heart lips. I
Yes.
want that.
Yes, but
And
in
I
blue.
want
But in blue.
Eyebrows like that.
Yes.
Blue. Yes, I'm going all blue, drow theme.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just lean into that blue. Absolutely.
Fred's gonna kill us.
This is amazing. Okay, great, good. Nemia,
So
what's your
you
look?
do look quite fantastic, but it does look, upon close inspection, like homemade.
Right, but we can cross our fingers that people are drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Can
it's
you,
already
can you
lovely.
guys give me disguise checks if you are disguising though?
Yes.
You can
I'll
do
go
them with
for like the
advantage.
more like meta, like 7 layers of irony, like you just don't understand it, and I'll like have literal trash glued to me. Like I'll like go to the waistband, like
There are
find
these-
napkins and just like stick them on.
Bram,
Yeah.
do you know what you add for a disguise kit?
Proficiency.
Proficiency, just proficiency?
No, it's proficiency and I want to
Like-
say deception, but I don't know.
Probably just
Oh
charisma,
yeah, say
right?
deception because I,
I
had
think it's
7.
I think it's just charisma plus if you're proficient with the tool, you get proficiency.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if it was charisma or dex.
That's usually how tools work.
Cool. Charisma.
Oh
Bobby.
no!
Like you
Yo.
can make that double proficiency if you're already proficient.
What we
though,
could
that's
also
fine.
do is if you don't want to go in disguise, you can stay dressed as a Joaquin cleric, and you can give me all your
16.
tonics, and I'll be the juice person, and you can be their spiritual guru.
That's interesting.
Or
Did
you
you,
can
roll,
be the
you roll a
juice
1 on
person.
something, Alex?
Wait, Brando, did you say advantage?
Yeah. Advantage for both of you.
As long as you don't roll 1 twice, you're good.
Huh.
We're good. I got a. What are we adding? Charisma and proficiency?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Hey.
Got a 18.
Hey, nice. Okay. And I have to pretend to be. What am I doing? Am I like their? What am I their? Am I their spiritual?
No, I mean, I
guru or
think you and I can just both be sales folks.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I think it's good
Do
if
we
we each
know each
pretend to
other
have an
then?
expertise. Do you want to have expertise in
I don't know. Do we want backstories?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
definitely.
let me. That's a good question.
What's our business? Why are we here? What are we
Probably
rich
in the
from?
tonics, yeah.
Okay. I think that I'm rich from a traveling gambling ship that travels around the coast. Yeah,
That's good.
it's gonna be called the Kraken's Folly, and
amazing.
Very good. Yeah.
maybe I'll add some details like.
No, I like it.
Like,
I like the moral
details on the
ambiguity
thing.
of the gambling. I'm gonna lean into that. I made my fortune off of child labor.
Yeah. But now you've both been approached multiple times for modeling. because of your radical transformations from our program, which you really can't get those same benefits anywhere else.
Really need the small hands for the beautiful, delicate craftsmanship.
Okay, so we're gonna situate ourselves near, but not like next to this dude, so that he can hear our conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And we
yeah,
can hear his conversations.
He's talking to people. He's mostly like showing off. He's showing party tricks, which are elaborate magic, like literal magic tricks often. You guys see him also just like generally like appraising different people and asking them about what's going on and then offering his services. He seems to make all kinds of objects and items, but also seems to offer like divination and like scrying services, things like that. He's clearly like doing his own schmoozing up here. He's not just here for fun.
Corin,
It
can
does
you
take
tell
a
if
listen.
he's doing like real magic or if it's all like, you know, thaumaturgy, like lights and bangs? Like if he's really doing divination for people or not? Like, is that something you're able to tell?
It's a good question. I don't have detect magic prepared.
No, but I'm saying like visually, if you're like.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking if I could just do a check.
You could do an arcana
Yeah, let me
check.
do that.
I don't know. I feel like if you're a magic user, you can tell if someone's faking it.
It's different magic is the thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good point, actually. Okay. Yeah.
13 on Arcana.
You do see that he's casting some things, but you
Okay.
don't think it's actually the main purpose of what he's doing. It
Okay.
seems like he's bolstering it with like thaumaturgy
Okay.
Sure.
to make it look flashier.
Hammering it up. Yeah. That's that.
fair
Hey,
enough.
respect that. Respect the game, yo.
Yeah, but he does start to take notice of you guys as you're talking, and sort of at some point pivots over, and he says, "And your party, of course you are. Yes, I believe you are all in good fortune here. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Of course.
Although
Just
one of
over
you,
from the Kraken's Folly. Just thought we'd pop by for a bit. What a wonderful gathering.
indeed, I am one of the purveyors here of fine goods as well as one of the sellers. Everyone here has spoken to me and gathered my wares. Some of them have been used in some of the most famous events of the past. The
We ex-
great one himself, who I am modeled afterwards, would never have fallen without me.
Oh, we expect nothing less.
We can't escape. We can't escape.
We chose
He's
this.
dead.
He's dead in like several
Let him
timelines.
die.
Nope.
Sick of this guy.
I feel that you have need of some expert services. Everyone does for something. Do tell me. Don't be afraid. I'm very discreet.
I think we should. I mean, this is the Cliff Notes version, but we can. I mean, I don't know if Nemia or Adri, like whoever's feeling more confident, wants to tell them about their past
Yeah, I mean,
and then their
I-
amazing transformation, and we can chime in with our sales pitch.
Very
I
good at
think
deception.
Namia is for sure sees more
Do we
confident.
want to call an audible on this? He's like, he's basically just whipping it out, right? Like he's being
Yeah.
like, "You want my junk?" And we're like, "Yeah, just like
Yeah.
good junk." Like I'm not sure we need to go through with the deception.
He's already got it on display, right?
we
This
might
is
just be able to
Speedo.
play off like,
Oh, right.
"Of course
I forgot
we
about
need
the
your
Speedo.
great wisdom."
Yeah, you probably could get that by, to be honest.
Yeah, you go for it.
Like we didn't need to attract his attention, right? He's just like
No,
charging
you
in.
guys are doing pretty good on the disguises and
All right,
stuff.
let me then. Can I do an insight check and see if this offer is sincere, and he wants to know what we want and wants to help us because he thinks we're equals, or if he's like, "What you doing on my ship?"
What are you buying?
Yeah, sure.
What are you selling?
All right,
Cocaine.
a great roll. Just gonna try.
I got some good shit in the bag.
Oh wait, I have a plus 5. 15.
Nice. It seems like he's genuinely like willing to sell to you and thinks that you might buy some stuff.
All right.
He doesn't seem to completely care. Like you get the sense that he knows you're not some of the nobles here, but he figures that if you're over here talking about riches, then it probably means that you're suckers because you don't know.
Yeah, Nemi, you can take this and lead if you want and say you're looking for something for a gala next month and you want a really nice mask, something unique that'll stand out, maybe.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you see, I had a servant. He was out at one of those lowly parties, it's like a masquerade or something. He was out there on the bay earlier. He told me he saw the most wonderful costume. And I've just been thinking about it, and I've been imagining it, and I was thinking only you could pull it off. Only you. I forgot your name. You.
The despondent mage.
Despondent Mage.
Yeah.
We learned his real name, didn't we?
Yeah.
I said
Ren.
Ren Bearwaith.
Ren Bear. Okay, yeah.
You should say the despondent mage.
I'm sure, like, if I'm of course you have your own style. I'm never saying that you should copy anyone, obviously, but you could put your own twist on it. It would be beautiful. But it was this fascinating, intricate metalwork of a centurion mask, almost. Would you be capable of, producing something like that for me?
Why, I think I could make something like that. For you, maybe we take something a little bit... Yes, Centurion, we could...
Have you ever made anything along those lines before? Do you know what I'm talking about? Are you familiar with the metalwork?
Deception.
Okay.
You got this.
Bow, bow, bow. It sucks. It's a 10.
Would you like one of these tonics? They're delicious.
He sort of looks at you for a long moment with his brow furrowed and says, "A Centurion? No, nothing like that. But I could make you a finely crafted cat's mask. It might help you look like the part. Maybe something different. Maybe a
See, I
little
really
rat,
had my heart set on this.
fully formed.
Hey,
A rat.
do not
What
question.
exactly are you looking for?
Do not
No.
question the despondent mage's wisdom. He's given you a
What
gift.
are you
He
looking
sees you as a
for?
cat.
I'm gonna challenge him.
Do it.
A quieter place to discuss these things. Come. in the
Girls
corner.
outing.
You go. You go,
Brings
baby.
you back toward. Are you gonna follow him?
Oh yeah.
Very instructively. Are all of you guys following?
I'll follow the guy in the
I want to
the
follow
closet.
casually and grab like an appetizer and a drink on the way.
I'll hang back with Zinhorn.
He's going to follow you all and lead you around the corner towards the teleporter. And as you guys are rounding one corner into a darkish area of this hall that leads there, he's suddenly going to snap around and cast upon you his own detect thought spell very clearly to you. But
To Nemia?
a little bit, yeah, to Nemia. A little bit too quick for Nemia to react. If you guys want to do something about this, you can. But he's immediately going to begin holding his hand out and scanning.
I'm just gonna see how this plays down. I'm just gonna sip my drink,
Cool.
and if anybody starts to die, then I'll jump in. But
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, he listens to
Search.
what he wants and then puts his hand down and looks at you quizzically and says,
Am I gonna take a wisdom save or no?
"No, you know what? You fail it."
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Yeah, this guy's like a big deal, dude. So
Don't.
I'm doing that like it was no big deal.
It's Christian Dior. It's fair.
Yeah, it's the art
How do
man.
you fight that?
I was blinded by the fashion.
This is what happens when you go to the level 20 barge.
Level 3.
He does look at you curiously and strokes his long beard. He doesn't seem at all concerned about the rest of you around here. He's just stroking the beard. He says, "I was wondering why you wanted to know about my little pet project, but I assure you it's not related to what you're looking for. I just happened to be going through the same cellar, it seems. I didn't even know about the events that you are dealing with tonight. You may not believe me, but that's too bad. I'm not letting you look through my brain.
Just tell us the name of the cellar, and we'll be on our way. We'll even give you some of these fine tonics.
The cellar was King Greasy. You found him.
No.
So he made the mask and the automata?
He made them. He made the.
I'm asking the group, L on my forehead. Sorry.
Are you just asking the group? Or,
Lily's asking.
No, I'm
the
asking
group.
Brandon because I'm confused.
Yeah, Lily's
Okay.
asking the group because I'm confused. So
The mask?
not Zin.
the mask. Yes.
Could you,
The mask is the
You're touching
automata. There is no mask. That's what it looks like.
That makes more sense.
Right.
So someone bought an automata
Yep, and we know the
from our
four people.
toy maker friend
Yep.
for illicit purposes, which is not strictly speaking surprising.
And you are
but it's unrelated.
investigating a small little spat between guildmates. And quite a profitable one. You've given me a little bit of information, at least. Tell me, do you think that your guilds will reconcile after the killing, or do you think that they're going to go their separate ways?
An act like this could never split the Thieves Guild. Those ties go back far too deep.
Don't know, man.
But the
I'm bluffing.
and-
I have no fucking idea. I'm totally bluffing.
But the
I
Thieves
honestly
Guild
don't
and the
really care.
Tumblers, will the deal go through afterwards? Never mind, you're probably not at that level. Listen,
Hey,
Hey, we are 20,000 feet up, sir. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, so don't fall.
I can't help you with anything with your nimble right. It's not mine, I assure you. Mine is back in my tower.
Well,
You can
you've
feel
helped
free
us
to
a
search.
great deal, and we feel honored to be in your presence.
Well, are you really going to talk to the divinator himself and not ask a few questions about your own future?
will I win a Pulitzer?
I do require something.
Yes, what do you need?
I'll want you in the future, of course. And he pulls out from his pocket this large ring that is made of some unclear material that looks like oily slick, but is completely smooth and unmoving. That's the actual band. And on top of it is this jagged, uncut, unpolished jewel, which is dark in its center. And you guys look at it for a second, and after a few seconds, it just emits a very, very, very gentle throb of light before fading again. These pulses not coming very often. And he says, "You swear upon this that you will aid me in the future for what I need. Then I swear that I will only require your services but a single time."
Sure.
Why are we doing this? guys?
He's talking specifically to Nemia.
Oh, all
I
right. Yeah,
promise
Nemia,
you,
go
he-
for it. Yeah. Fuck
It will
it.
be mostly informational. I won't need too much.
He's gonna make you kill a guy.
I'm sorry, not Nemia. Zinorn.
be-
Zinorn's the one who was talking.
okay.
Me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Zinorn,
shoot.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll only use you for some service which you would normally do. I won't ask you to do anything horrible.
This seems like a bad idea.
I think it's great. Dude.
I can tell you much. You may not even last the night without me.
Bribery,
do it. I love bribery.
legal magic, expose on the despondent mage.
I'll play you for my favor if you need my favor. I'll challenge him to a dice game, and if he wins, then I will swear on this thing, and I owe him. And if I win, then we can
Get the information for free.
we can just leave.
Oh.
I think we
Wait,
could
you want the
leave already.
information?
We could just
I think if
leave,
you
yeah.
win, you should
I
get
think
the
this guy is
information.
saying I can't leave till I swear him something. I don't need anything from him. I don't want anything else from him. He gave me what I wanted. I want to leave, but I don't think he
You've
wants
given
me to.
me enough right now. I can profit from this all on its own. I don't even mind that you've gotten some information from me. If you want more, it's going to cost you.
So,
I don't need
This is
anything.
for more information.
I have exactly what I need, and I appreciate your generosity.
I mean, can you just tell us who did it? Can you tell us who the murderer is?
I feel good and I want to leave, and I don't want to swear on a strange glowing object.
What?
Probably smart.
Usually I advertise only the services I can offer, and it seems that the little brawl that was covered up is done by some professionals. I can't see that. He
Interesting.
didn't cast a spell just now. He seems to already know this.
Okay, he's a well-connected guy. I can believe that. Christian, you are. I mean, it's really up there.
Really, really up there right now.
Really up there.
Several
cool.
thousand feet.
All the way.
I very much would like to leave. I feel like this is getting way too close.
He reads that in your mind, and suit yourself. You may go, of course. That's not.
I don't like these vibes.
Vibe check.
Just know that the deadline you think you have, you shouldn't be so worried about a shop. You'll have to deal with bigger problems far sooner than that.
Uh-oh.
This guy.
Well, that's foreboding and rude.
Don't call.
Oh, and you already have everything you need anyway. It's just a matter of selecting the right things to look at.
Is it in these notebooks?
Yes, it is.
God.
The despondent.
There's over 800 pages in here.
Is scary, and I don't want to meet him again. Let's leave.
Lettuce, leaf.
Let's.
Dude, this guy's scary, and he didn't even buy my tonics.
I like him.
Welcome in the
luck
newly
to
refurbished
you.
chamber.
I'm
that
also
was once
glad I
bad.
didn't try to like sell him colored water as a health tonic because he would have turned me into a fly.
What do
Good
we
luck to your current patron and yourself. Yourselves, I mean. Now fly before anyone notices you.
I
And
wanted
then
to
he
get
returns.
Theo's autograph.
Yeah, well, you can't, so...
He returns to the party at that, though. He's not going to stick around any longer.
Yeah, I don't want him to. I'm trying to leave as quickly as I can without appearing totally scared out of my mind.
You guys can get back to the teleporter and get back down.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
Trying to leave.
Successful, no problem.
Well, he was terrifying.
Quick to Mudzark! Except not quick to Mudzark because I need to go to
I'm
bed.
gonna ruin this whole man's career.
Yeah, he does. He saes we have everything we need, which is interesting.
Yeah. It
Are you guys going to head to Mudzark at the Bridge of Whispers?
Yes.
There's like 30 minutes.
What if it was one of us?
Do you... I don't want to make everybody sad. It's 9:33.
It seems
Yeah,
like a good
no.
place.
No. Are we going to Mudzark?
If you want to stop it there, sure.
Yeah.
We're going to Mudzark. You guys head your way over to the Bridge of Whispers. You know where this is. It's one of the big bridges.
Yeah.
It does run over a river, but now it also runs over one section of the pike. It's been extended on one end. Bridge of Whispers is called such because tons of romantic couples come here and sit down for long periods of time around here. People always speak softly to each other. It's a very quiet place most of the time when rowdy people aren't moving through. And as you guys are heading towards it, you feel that the streets are starting to get a little bit more rowdy and a little bit less fun spirited. There's less of performances going on, more drunk people out, more people running around, and clearly it's starting to get towards the end of the night. But you reach the Bridge of Whispers without any issue. And going on to it, you guys are all wondering where this shop is going to be. It's not at either end. There's not even buildings at either end of the Bridge of Whispers. There's nothing on the bridge. And so you guys, at one end of it, deciding what to do, suddenly hear a cry ring out from one of the criers on a rooftop. "Attention all! Accident down at the docks! Many killed! We know some culprits! The drow elf Nivek is thought to be the assassin of 2 at least. More may be coming. He is disguised as an elf." And then with that, he starts giving a description. And you guys listening intently, writing down your notes to hear this description, it dawns on you that this description is not of anyone unfamiliar to you.
Uh-oh.
Instead, is of Atri.
Oh
Busted!
Dang. Okay.
And then suddenly a little hole opens up in the bridge. Like, it looks like the bridge bars bend to the side, and suddenly there's a dark patch, and out pops a little goblin masked head. "Oh, you guys, come on in. Mudzarks."
Yeah, we should get underground
Let's
anyway.
go. Let's go.
Yep.
Off the street, off the street.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Right.
Except
Well
that I-
then.
Thank you guys for joining. We will be continuing this one more session. I promise one more. That's it.
You say this, but
It
Andrew,
will
I can't
be.
believe you're the murderer.
I know.
Andrew,
I actually
can't
can
you did
believe
this
that.
To us, and I'm going to hold it against you for as long as I know you.
I love
Sounds
that
all
you guys
one more
think-
session.
thought that somebody might be the murderer in the party right before that happened. That was awesome. That was super cool. Any closing thoughts or anything you guys wanted to get in to make sure that we don't forget next time?
What should we name our new campaign?
Our what?
The never-ending story.
Oh, our new campaign. I thought you said, what should we name our brand? Like the tonic brand? And I was like,
That too, though.
all right. I'm going to click stop record.
Oh God, pity.
Bye.